Oh, see?
Well,
It's exclamation topic.
Oh, okay.
Video game.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Corey Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play it right there.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
The thirst is real, everybody, because it is Valentine's Day here at the VGB Live, everybody. And it's the VGB Live as well.
And can I start by saying I love you all?
Brought to you by NerdReactor.com. What are you reacting to? That's what we're going to skip right past.
Corey's
since
awkward,
we didn't see that.
I love you to the audience.
Really.
What? No, I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about you guys in this room.
So that's not even
That's
awkward as well?
that's not
there's
even-
3 other dudes in here, and you're gonna say that.
There's nothing wrong with little bro love.
If you're seeing
Everything
the live chat right now, we are on twitch.tv/videogame_bang. And you can join us every Saturday.
And let us
Just like,
know.
Reading Rainbow.
We're still new at this. We're still working on the streamage. So let us know if there's audio glitches, if cameras are lagging, and we will work it out throughout the course of the show.
We have not abandoned you, podcasters. You're listening to us right now, as a matter of factual. I get that because in high school, I had a teacher named Mr. Fackrell. And I would always say it
Matter
like
of
that.
fact.
Cool story,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, he would hate it too. He would definitely hate it. I didn't care, Mr. Fackrell. Shut the hell up. So anyway,
I'm 31 years old. You can't tell me nothing.
he's
Sure
probably
am.
listening right now.
You son of a bitch,
He's a
Aaron.
comment.
why-
Attention.
I was a fan, but not anymore.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Your papers were always a D.
They were, because it was a math class that I had him in. It was terrible. I don't like math. Most useless subject in the whole world. Nah, actually, it's really.
Alex is gonna kill himself.
Yeah, Alex is probably turning in his grave right now.
In the grave.
So, as I said, it's Valentine's Day, everybody, and
It's
you're-
Valentine's.
whatever.
Teens
And
Day.
You're probably listening to this if you listen to the podcast on a different day, but for us, today is the day of love.
It is the day of love.
Uh,
What'd you do today, Aaron?
I loved myself vigorously.
Oh, wow.
That's what you got to do, you know. I did ask a couple of the ladies what they were doing. I had plans yesterday that got canceled, and then
You were trying to get a date? Is that what I
a
understand?
little bit.
And it didn't work out.
Did you?
No, I did not.
Which is why you loved yourself.
This is why I loved myself
why you-
vigorously.
Vigorously.
Vigorously. Don't forget to put
You
You
vigorously
add
in there.
vigorously
You,
to
uh,
that. It just takes it to a whole nother level.
Because that means I love myself a lot. That's what that means.
Well,
A little
we already
too
know
much.
that you do that.
Hey, Matt, you're
Hey.
cool. 316. We're even in the
Already?
beginning, and we got a
Jesus.
new
Talking
follower.
about
Awesome.
Aaron loving himself
Vigorously.
like-
Yes.
That's the
Hey!
key. Hey!
Oh my gosh.
The
That
O
is-
man.
Gerald Ocon. Welcome
Hey,
to the show.
Gerald
That's-
Ocon, what's
Yeah.
going on, bro?
Yeah,
I mean,
why just the follow now, you bastard?
That's 100% true. He's like a
And-
long time
Yeah.
listener.
Now
First
we
time
just got
caller.
an unfollow.
Terrible. But honestly, every time that now that I've done the show live and stuff like that, every time that I think about it, I'm like, crap, Gerald Ocon is listening to the podcast later. He doesn't get to tune in. But thank you, Gerald, for sitting
he's
in with
here.
us
Now
today.
he's here.
Welcome to Twitch.
Make some comments, concerns, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's go around the board because we're all men.
Did
Let's put
everybody-
that
hold on.
I was
there.
like,
Let's put
where's
all
he
that
going
there
with this?
thing.
A little piece of
thought he was
business
gonna say
before
hot.
we go
What
a
are we
little too
What are we
crazy.
missing?
We said nerdreactor.com.
We've always do this. You were just forgetful Jones
Every
over there.
episode.
That
And did you guys all set your Twitch profiles to host this show?
Yes.
Wait, what?
David's on it.
Oh.
David Webb
I don't
or Ing?
understand
So many-
technology.
David Webb.
So many Davids in this.
What about you,
world.
Aaron? Did you set it to host
Host what?
this show?
Do you know how to do it?
Yeah, I know how to do it. Come on now.
So
what am
your
I?
UK friends.
What am I,
can,
new?
Wait,
Jeez.
Guilty?
It's just backslash.
I'm on a cellular
host.
phone?
Do
You can
know
do
how
it
to
from the
do
cell phone as well.
Yeah, you can do
Well,
it.
how the hell do you do it?
You go to
yeah.
chat. Backslash.
Mhm.
What the hell's a backslash?
It's the slash that's the opposite of the forward slash right there.
That
You
makes
got
no
it.
This
sense
one?
either.
You got
So
it.
while
You
they're
got
doing
it.
that right now,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. Why don't you guys pantomime? while I
Exactly. So what I was thinking when I was making the show notes for all this type of thing, I was like, should I do a love show?
Oh, I would have loved a love show.
Like a show about all the games that you can either play with your significant other or games to get your significant other into gaming and stuff like that.
That would have been too easy.
That would have been way too easy. I mean, the stars would have aligned perfectly, right?
I don't
Yeah.
think he knows what he's doing.
What,
Oh,
David
he
Webb
does.
over there?
He does. He just forgot.
Uh,
Twitch code is difficult.
So anyway, I said no. I didn't want to do that because
No love?
Yeah, no. It gets
Not-
no
not
love.
even one
definitely.
love?
Not even one love.
One heart.
Not even one heart. We played a game with your wife the other day, right, Corey?
Fibbage.
Fibbage, and
Sure. I don't know.
she's into that. Does she play any other games?
She's into the
No,
Fibbage.
not at all. Well, I got her to play episode 1 of Telltale's Game of Thrones, and it was
Oh,
really
cool.
interesting to see how her brain works.
Okay. So what, is she killing people automatically or something
No,
like that?
like she played the game way more aggressively than I would have thought she would have. Like me, I'm trying to sneak around.
So
make
you saying you
deals.
don't know your wife?
I did. I really thought I did. Apparently I don't.
Games bring out different sides of people.
I was
I've noticed that.
I was expecting to be like, we played Grand Theft Auto, and she was just running people over and
Killing somebody.
them.
She
got
slept with a
hookers.
prostitute.
Yeah,
Went to the strip
like,
club.
I thought I knew who you were. Yeah, she spent literally an hour in the strip club. Like,
She did. I let her play GTA 5 once, and she did play for like 45 minutes to an hour just as a pedestrian.
She just walked around.
She just
Stopping
walked
at-
around.
She walked around.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Really, she looked at a puddle and she was like, "Oh my god, that puddle looks amazing in this game."
that's horrible.
It's like because she hadn't really sat down and played a game since I think that terrible Lost remake or that Lost.
She bought
TV
that
game?
at GameStop, didn't she?
I think so.
I can remember you bringing it back or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I traded
And
it in.
and I can remember you saying, yeah, my wife played it, and I was like, why didn't you tell her this
Yeah,
was
why
terrible?
wouldn't-
She
wouldn't
liked
you
it.
rescue
She
her?
enjoyed it. The only part she
Oh
didn't
my
like
God.
was
She
the
doesn't
little
know
circuit
better.
board parts.
Oh, the game, the actual
Didn't
gaming
even
part
play
or
it.
something.
There was a mini game that you had to put together a circuit board. Ah, it was stupid.
Mr. Webb,
What up?
you have been married for how long?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Man-made prison. Your wife plays games, maybe?
Yeah, she does.
Games?
Her,
Question
These things?
her favorite game is actually Call of Duty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a real gamer wife here.
Wow.
Oh, damn! He said your wife.
Yeah.
Go ahead and outshine her. Go ahead and let her.
I
Let us.
recall our wives playing. Did they play Mario Kart together?
Yeah, they did actually.
And I think my wife kicked your wife's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
that's
jealous
So
much?
I know, right?
Bam.
We need to have a little tournament then. We need to get a wives.
My wife's
I will get.
Aaron will dress
stew.
up
I don't know.
I will get a-
food.
Aaron and
Terrible.
Can't think of any food.
I will get a
and
mail
Steven
order.
Will both be like Joanna Man.
I will
Put
get a
on wigs.
mail ordered bride from Russia, a ringer,
She'd be incredibly hot.
and
Have you seen some of those real ones?
Some of them are alright.
They look ridiculous.
Some of them are
It's
alright.
like something's wrong. She's got.
And you got to
sounds-
give me a
Her
week
from
with
the
her.
Waist up though, that's the problem.
So wait,
She's just
waist
like incredibly
down.
fat in the
Jeez.
hips.
She just pushes a little.
So
That's horrible.
and we'll have like a little Call of Duty, Mario Kart, NBA 2K. Like,
Okay.
you got to throw in a weird one out of
Yeah.
out of nowhere, that they don't know how to play. So then yeah, we'll do that. Give me a week with Svetlana or something like
Svetlana.
That's
that.
racist.
Good name. Good name.
And I used to work with a Russian lady named Svetlana. That's
Okay.
why.
That's okay then.
Yeah, and we'll do that. We'll do that.
Was she like a butcher?
She was a baker.
I imagine
I thought she
all
was a
Russian
candlestick
women.
maker.
David knows where I'm going with that. All right.
I
so
don't get the reference.
I don't
how do
know
you
that.
not know the? Oh, good lord.
Let's move
No,
forward.
no. Let's. What is this?
It's an old
It's an old wives' tale.
wives' tale from the sea.
From our Navy days.
So today's episode is a. We were talking last night because we were playing
Dying, right?
Dying Light, and discussion came up of games that has gamers excited for the future.
Oh, okay.
And the quick little scroll that I went through and was looking for stuff, couldn't really find anything that was like pop out to me.
For you.
For me. And
Yeah,
I
because
always say whenever I'm like, okay, this game's coming out, not for me, And the other thing is because Dying Light wasn't really catching my attention as much as it was, and it could have just been like because I'm doing the oversaturated multiplayer type of thing where we're just breezing through stuff, so I'm not getting that real single player first.
That's exactly what it was.
Because it's like that with Borderlands. It's like that with the old school Gauntlet games. Like if you are a newcomer to a game and it's multiplayer and you have your friends that are like max level type of thing.
Oh, so you were playing with somebody who?
Yeah,
is
you
incredibly high
get
level.
that little. I don't really
Yeah,
care.
it does take the fun. I agree.
So, but it wasn't just because of that, because Dying Light as well has been getting some kind of mixed reviews all over online as well, and even in the real world. When we talked to the people at Gamers Funk Lab, one employee said he loved it, other employee said he hated it.
Dying Light.
Yeah. Said so it's kind of a coin toss with Dying Light. So I'm like, what games are out there right now? 2015. We are 2 months deep into this season. Friggin' year, excuse me.
I was like, what?
Season as well.
Winter's
Season
here
as well,
already.
yeah. And
It's not coming anymore.
so what's out there for us? There's a lot of games that we've already discussed. There's a lot of games that we haven't discussed. So this episode, of course, is going to be about more new games for 2015. Not exclusively, I should say, because some of these games are going to be kind of cross-platform. But I got this from PC Gamer, and I got this from that website for one reason and one reason only, because I do feel that PC gamers are amongst some of the hardcore out of the genre of gamers.
We
out of
got
the
into a fight
umbrella.
yesterday.
We got into
We
a
should
debate.
probably
Aaron Carter
no,
does
it
not
was a fight.
Aaron Carter doesn't fight.
It was a
Aaron
fight.
Carter debates, wins.
People were there. There was witnesses. It was a fight.
What, the Gamers Funk Lab?
Aaron was getting teary-eyed.
Yeah, trust me.
He was throwing his Luigi punches.
Aaron was getting more baffled at the sheer notion of what Corey. It was almost as if we were discussing the movie game discussion
my
again.
God.
there we go again.
Except the people were taking my side.
No one was taking your side.
Yeah, there were.
There was not
Everyone was on
one
my
person
side.
taking your side besides
Yeah.
Corey Vincent.
Everyone was
wife.
on my side.
Your
No, no,
wife,
no,
the
not
woman
movie
that
game.
married you,
Not movie games. I'm talking about.
was against you.
I'm talking about our conversation. Last
Even
night.
our conversation, nobody was on his
Everyone
side.
was on my side.
Not
It was so
one
it was between you
person.
two.
So the conversation started off with
fight.
upcoming games
Okay.
and what people are excited for. And I was scrolling through and I was like, what's coming up next? And Corey was like, Halo. And I was like, you're probably excited for Halo. And he was like, everybody's excited for Halo 1, even the casual gamers. Have I got the story right so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Even the casual gamers. And I was
For
like,
Halo?
exactly, right there. For Halo, no. They're probably not excited for Halo. And he was like, Halo is probably the game that casual gamers are more aware of.
Yeah.
With that statement, I would agree because
Agree
of the
We've
the way it's
heard.
been sponsored
Because
and
they
everything.
freaking
Not
throw
sponsored,
it
but
at
yeah,
your
like how it's in your
face.
face. Yeah, the way it's been
You don't-
marketed.
You can't even turn on your computer without seeing something.
So,
with
yeah.
Halo nowadays.
That is. Our discussion, our debate
Our
came
fight.
between what is the definition of a casual gamer.
Okay.
This had me even looking it up on Wikipedia, which just thoroughly disproved everything.
Here we go. Made
that-
Cool 316 says, "How are we defining casual gamers?" I like the way you think. You're right on topic.
Yes.
Very good. So, Corey, would you like to tell your definition of a casual gamer?
My definition of a casual gamer is a gamer, any platform, doesn't matter what they own, but one who does not seek out information about video games, video game culture, development cycles, anything beyond just playing games.
Now, I've met gamers, like Madden gamers, that do not seek out culture and stuff like that, and they just play Madden hardcore.
Just sports titles.
Would you call them
I would
casual
call them
gamers?
casual gamers.
Wow.
They play casually. They have a game that they enjoy. They play it. They could get really good at it.
Wow.
They are really hardcore with that one specific game.
Yeah, they could be a hardcore Madden player, but I wouldn't say they're a hardcore gamer.
So he puts them into the category of casual gamer.
Yes.
That is
That
the
doesn't make
most
sense.
asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. So, because I have a friend who plays FIFA. He plays FIFA and 2K15 because he just got his a new system or whatever. He plays more than I do in FIFA. So like his season is on like 2032 or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then his 2K is, he's starting to get into that season stuff. He does not look up when the next FIFA's coming out. He does not look up when the next 2K. He doesn't look up anything about video
Thank
games
you,
or
Mate
video
Cool. Thank
game
you.
culture. All he does is play those games.
Okay.
Hardcore. There's no way in what
He's
universe.
a hardcore FIFA player.
There is no universe that I would ever call him a casual gamer.
It's not.
There's no way. That simple definition of you taking out
If
their...
we're gonna oversimplify the whole thing,
It's not oversimplifying
Yes, we are.
it.
We're saying okay. There's gamers. Okay, everybody's a gamer. I
Yes.
agree with that one.
Umbrella of everybody's a gamer.
Everybody's
yes.
a gamer. If you play Candy Crush, you're a gamer.
Yes.
But to me, if you're gonna draw a line in the sand and say this person's a casual and this person's a hardcore and there's no middle ground, that's where I draw the line. They have to be a person who that gaming is their lifestyle. It's one of the things that they are achieving more knowledge. They go out and look for these things. It's a part of their life. They identify with the gaming culture. If they're just a normal everyday Joe, works at 9 to 5, likes to come home and unwind, and even if it's one game that they play all the time, and they're still gamers, but they're not hardcores.
So,
Go ahead.
because my situation, I went from working around games and being around games 24/7 to working a 9 to 5 or
Yeah.
whatever.
they
We'll
get
just
it.
use 9 to
Yeah.
5. And then now I only can play games 2 days out of the week.
Yeah, but you are first of all, you're on a gaming
I'm just in
podcast.
the same thing,
Second of all,
but I don't go, you know.
you know the names of developers. It was once you were a hardcore gamer, you can't unbe a hardcore gamer. Like you,
what if I just gave up
So
on
it's like the
games
Marines.
completely for like 10 years,
But if you
then came back
you're
and
always
like,
you're always gonna have knowledge that you've gained through the gaming world that won't just leave your brain. Like you'll know who Peter Molyneux is. If you know who Peter Molyneux is, if you know what that name means, I'm pretty sure you're a hardcore gamer.
why would you need to know that guy? He's
Because
not,
he's obscure.
but
Like,
he's not important.
The thing is with casual gamers, my definition of a casual gamer is somebody. You really emphasize on that word casual. So they only play it like maybe once in a while. They'll pick up their phone and play a little.
Candy Crush.
But not like hardcore Candy Crushers. My sister was a hardcore Candy Crusher,
Yeah,
inviting every
you can
damn body.
You can play
Oh, God.
just Candy Crush.
Yeah, that's
Well,
so that's so crazy. So I'm
Oh,
talking
I
about
hate that.
it's not to the point where it's a time thing. It's how much time they actually can put into a game over a certain amount of
Partially.
period of time. But if they're not actively searching out knowledge about video games, I wouldn't put them in the casual gamer category. What's the chat saying, David Webb?
The chat.
One person said they agree with me, and that's all that
That's
matters.
it.
No, I don't see
Gerald-
where's that.
Made cool 316.
Made cool. Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with Corey's
it's called-
definition.
Oh, Gerald Ocon. Yeah, I also agree with Corey.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
try this.
Okay,
comparison
here's
with
this-
movies.
here it
Hold
is
on,
then.
hold on. Made cool. I want to give them their credit. Let's try a comparison with movies. A person who watches the Star Wars movies over and over and over again is a Star Wars lover, not a movie lover per se. I think that's fair.
But would you call
That
that person a
makes sense.
casual movie goer then?
Actually, in that case, I would.
So he's just that's all he watches. He doesn't actively.
He casually
You
watches
can't put it with movies because by his
That's-
definition
yeah.
would mean I'm actively going out looking at every single thing for
Who's directing
yeah
what,
yeah
and,
and
yeah. who
So
wrote.
you can't put those. This is two different worlds.
You know where I draw, because there's not many things I'm super hardcore about. I'm pretty even tempered. I know a little about a lot. I'm one of those type of guys. But the two things that I study and I go out and I seek knowledge on and information is video games and mixed martial arts. It's the two things.
I think you do mixed martial arts more than video games.
I'm subscribed to both forums. I go there and I read articles. And when I went to Vegas to watch the fights, I was geeking out over journalists that I watched their live streams and their
Then you're
blogs
just
and stuff.
weird.
for MMA, right?
That's an MMA hardcore though.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I
Okay.
go out and I seek information and then
That's-
and like I draw the comparison here. Like when I sit on the couch, a casual MMA fan will still buy UFC cards. There's casual MMA fans that know Anderson Silva or BJ Penn. They know some of the big names, and they'll be like, "Oh, that guy's fighting," and then they'll just want to see two people beat the shit out of each other, but they won't know the.
It's too much groping.
But exactly, they'll
For
do a
guys
Steven.
and dogs.
They'll buy the card and be like, "Oh, when it goes to the ground, they're all gay." Yeah,
Don't say that.
That's like
I
a-
don't-
They're still fans.
I
They
think
like
no. I
MMA.
think those two different. I think those are two different people. The people that were like, oh, those guys on the ground, they're gay type of guys, and then they know their names. I don't think those dudes would know their names if
Yeah,
they're.
they would, dude. I'm on those forums. I see it all the damn time.
You're on those forums.
Where people they know all the fighters. That they
If they're
care,
first
they
of all,
care
time
enough-
out now, because if they're on the forums, they're not casual.
they-
That by your definition, they've seeked out some type of thing other than just it comes on TV.
You want to know what would happen? It was a lot of Brock Lesnar.
Stop
fans.
it. Stop
Dead
it.
serious.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it was for. They went out and actively looked for that stuff. So they're not casual. By
Yeah.
your by your
Okay.
definition,
I can see what you're saying.
they're not casual.
I can see what you're saying a little bit.
Because
So-
it's like
But they do represent a giant majority of people who didn't go out and do what they did. But
it's not it's literally just those people. Like a casual gamer is not likely going to pick up a console. Like they're not going to pick up they're not going to pick up a PS4 or a Xbox One. They're more likely to pick up the Wii because they can play it
that's
casually.
stupid. That's
Yeah.
dumb. You could play the Xbox casually.
There
as well.
no, because in see, and it has to be from the limited time that you worked at GameStop.
It doesn't matter.
It literally, because there's so many. That's the people, and I worked at 2 different locations with 2 different clienteles. You can see the casual gamers that come in there and they pick up. Like I had hardcore old ladies, and I would never call them casual gamers. Never in my life. They would come in. Oh, I played this Devil May Cry.
Like, oh my God.
How is this Devil May Cry? Now anybody can be like, oh, well, you could have went online and looked up, reviews on this stuff, but she did not. She just played the game. She liked it. I want to play this next one. Would never call her a casual
I'd
gamer.
say that's a casual gamer.
No, that's pretty hardcore.
That's
man.
crazy. Like, how do you no? She's in a different league.
But she's seeking information.
You're letting her age
She's
and
seeking the
gender
game.
kind of more impress
Yeah, but
you, I
she wants
guess.
to know about instead of seeking it online, like Corey's saying, she went to a store.
Because it's like, and she'll put hours into stuff like that,
Right.
right? And if she was like, well, see, he's looking like developers and stuff like. She's not asking about that. She's literally asking for thumbs up, thumbs down. She's a
Yeah.
Roman
How's the
freaking
gameplay?
queen or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all she wants.
And so, how do you define casuals again?
By time. So like these people literally just Angry Birds on their phone while I'm waiting on the bus.
So then, by your definition, Steven's a casual.
Steven is slowly because
I'm devolving.
because when
I
he
don't agree
asked
with that.
because when he asked was like, well, I used to be able to play a lot. I used to be surrounded by the games, but now I have a 9 to 5 and it's taking up time. Yeah, you slowly become more of a casual gamer because you cannot become a hardcore gamer because a hardcore gamer puts in time.
I
So-
think,
wait a minute.
I think a person could put in 1 hour a week of video games, but if they are immersed in the lifestyle of going out and reading about the games and
You should look up a definition of like then a geek or something like that, because that's like if I'm putting a whole bunch of
Joshua 408 says, "What the fuck y'all talked about?"
we're talking about the definitions between gamers, hardcore gamers, and casual gamers.
Yeah, we'd like to hear your opinions.
The people are wanting dick jokes.
That's terrible.
Just saying.
Uh,
Just saying.
But so like if I
In
like the
time.
game Magic and I'm hardcore researching cards and stuff like that, but I don't really play the game, then it's kind of like, am I still considered a?
So what's an adequate time to be categorized?
That's
as
the
a
thing.
hardcore gamer to you?
That's the thing that I would have to. Oh, adequate time. I don't know. It's very skewed now with all the different.
So would you say
breakouts.
at least 24 hours of your week?
If they're picking up a game once, like more than, I don't know, like twice a day.
Picking up, like playing?
Any game.
Okay.
If
At
they're-
least more than twice a day.
Then then I think they're a little bit above
Now, would you-
casual. Because my sister, she only plays the Candy Crush games maybe once every other day.
Well, that's because she has to wait for more lives.
Yes.
That
I love
could
how
be.
it's so mad.
That could be that.
Damn.
Well, clearly
Out
there's
of
an
left
explanation.
field.
That could be
There's a reason.
that.
There's a lot of variables. With this,
Can you
this,
pay for more
quizzes.
lives?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
I know
can
my
pay
for
for
the
anything.
farm and
You-
stuff.
yeah,
So
you can.
that's the difference because like I live with gamers. So my sister, she is more of a casual gamer. My mother would be more of a hardcore gamer. My mother will time whenever she has to get points in the stupid farm game. Like, okay, I can go 4 hours, go do some stuff, come back and collect my points so I can build a town hall. That's a hardcore gamer. She won't consider herself because her definition is somebody that plays shooting games or something like that. What do they say in the chat?
They all want dick jokes.
They
And,
do all want dick jokes.
Hello Monkey is saying we're nitpicking over meaningless definitions.
I don't think they're meaningless though.
What?
In the grand scheme, they actually are because we're just under a giant
They don't
umbrella
matter.
of gamer.
Gamers, yeah.
Yeah. It was just the weirdest definition when he popped out with that one, and I was like, I can't believe
Well,
that.
so far, if we're gonna go based off the chat, I wish we can do these polls. We're working on polls pretty soon because
go based off the chat. Yeah.
based off the chat, I'm winning.
Wow.
Milty the Great says,
Yeah.
I feel like the casual and hardcore line is too broad now. With the change of the industry in general, casual gamers may not put the time in, but they watch Twitch streams consistently. But the hardcore do the same and learn the strats and the metas.
I don't watch.
And the
Twitch streams.
casuals are learning the same. They just aren't actively looking. I say we move on. Milty, I'd say we give Milty the winner because made cool.
We'll
Maple
agree.
agrees.
We'll agree with yes. It's a broad, like I said. Everything's under the umbrella anyway.
Jesus,
so
he wrote a freaking
useless.
biography. I saw it right now.
But
That's
what we're
chapter
talking,
1.
I know, right? That's his first volume, basically.
Volume
This is the
1.
back of the cover. Like,
Back to what I was saying. 2015 though is here, everybody. And what games are you looking forward to play? Let us know in the chat room because we're going to be going over quite a bit of them. Like I said, I got it from PCGamer.com. That is a very awesome website. I don't know if it's as awesome as AaronCarter.com.
Does AaronCarter.com exist?
It actually does. Go check it out.
You do seem like
It's
you would
boring.
have done that.
Yeah, I bought the URL like 17 years ago.
I'm surprised
It
you know
redirects to
what URL
Pornhub.
is.
Yep. First game up to bat is Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
Yes.
Steven is excited for this
Yes.
game, definitely.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a game of 9 hours of cutscene, 2 minutes of gameplay.
and that's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah.
He's a good storyteller. I
I'm
don't care what you
definitely
say.
I'm definitely hating on this game.
You do.
Only because
You do.
Hideo Kojima, they make like cutscenes and then they put a video game somewhere in there. That's what they do.
But they're
It's all
pretty.
open
They're
world
very
now,
pretty.
Aaron.
Yeah, open world. It's kind
all
of a
open
prequel, right,
world.
with Big Boss and everything like that.
Yep.
Um,
Big boss, and he's lost an arm.
customizing your character. I think this is the Metal Gear Solid Online as well. They're going to put in
It is
there,
Online, yeah.
which is going to be kind of like a multiplayer, thing. I wouldn't say MMO. Let's not put MMO on this one.
Why would you put MMO? It's just an online.
Yeah.
competitive Online.
Game looks gorgeous though. These games, I would have to say, consistently look better each time with each iteration that
Every
Metal Gear
time.
comes out. Like, I have no idea.
The Fox engine's ridiculous.
I think Mr. Gerald Ocon in the chat room, he's a fan of the Metal Gear series. You can get little puppies in there, little cool puppies.
I don't think you don't even have to get it. I think
What is it? Just
you
like
can let it. It looks like you can just like miss it.
and just
if you
not
want.
do
Yeah,
it.
because the puppy, they introduced like I forget which game it was back, but like this air balloon. So
Uh-huh.
whenever you knock out an enemy, you can tag him with this balloon,
And shoot him
and
in
it
the
shoots
sky.
him up, and then
Yeah.
you recruit him.
That one
wow.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was in the online too. In the gameplay footage that I was watching, the other one with like the story. Yeah, the puppy, you see the puppy and everything, and like the guy just walks right past it, and then he comes back later to get it, but it looks like you can just finish the mission without getting the damn puppy.
The gameplay that we're watching right now is the multiplayer gameplay, I believe. And I don't know. There, I was excited for the one that came out on the what was it, Vita or something like that,
Yeah.
or the PSP.
You
I think it was
talking
the
about
PSP.
Peace Walker?
Yeah, Peace Walker.
Yeah, because then they released that for 360.
Yeah,
and it was
because
so
it had
good.
multiplayer in that one.
It did, and it
and
was
so I was like, all right, I can get down with some multiplayer on this one. I've never been the biggest Metal Gear Solid fan, but it is one of those franchises that I know people are hyped about.
It's
It draws up.
it's got hardcore fans.
What are the people in chat saying about this one? Anybody?
I had to restart my phone.
The
Yeah.
balloon mechanic is from Walker.
Mm.
It's from Milty.
That's about it.
Yeah, okay. So it is.
What are you guys excited for this one or not? I know Steven, of course, is. David Webb.
You know what? I never got into Metal Gear Solid games, but it looks good.
Corey?
Nah.
Nah, really?
Yeah, I've gone this long without getting into Metal Gear. I could probably go a little bit longer.
The thing about Metal Gear as well, since the story is so freaking deep,
It is incredibly.
You can't
deep.
just jump in.
So
on
I
deep.
feel I've
Put her ass
wow,
to sleep.
Terrible. It's kind of intimidating to me
As an
to
athlete.
kind of jump into this story and just be like, okay, I get what's going on. When realistically, I would not know.
Yeah,
You wouldn't jump in for the story. You'd jump in.
But these are one of
game.
those. These are one of those story-driven games, and I do love
It-
story-driven
it's
games.
definitely story driven, and
I wanna
mean they
dive out
do
of
a
a
little
robot.
bit. They do a little bit of like back.
so, like this guy right
story.
here coming up. He's a character, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what's his name, Ocelot or something?
Yeah. Revolver. Ocelot.
Yeah, Revolver Ocelot.
Look at those moves.
I don't know who the hell like his backstory. So like that probably gave all the Metal Gear, fans a little,
Ooh,
a little
yeah.
moment. For me, it's like, oh, cool, he can do tricks with a gun.
Yeah, that was my reaction.
It's Doc Holliday.
How do I do that?
He looks like him. He looks like him.
Next game on the list is Batman Arkham Knight, everybody. A lot of speculation was going on for this one, like who's going to be the Arkham Knight and stuff like that. All original, apparently.
The whole
Brand new
storyline.
character.
Brand new character, apparently. The Arkham series is still one of the best interactive superhero fantasies ever. Hopefully set to continue with Arkham Knight. It's clear from early stealth and combat demos that Arkham Knight is taking the same but bigger approach to the latest sequel, but technical advances have allowed a massive leap. And you get to drive the Batmobile.
Who's voicing Batman in this one?
I believe
Conroy.
it's back to Conroy.
Is it really?
Yep.
So our boy Roger Craig Smith is no longer voicing him, huh?
Sorry.
Mr. Craig Smith.
Yeah, sorry, Craig Smith. I mean, you got your 15 minutes of
And
fame with Batman?
He can say he's been Batman.
Yeah, that's
That's-
exactly what you could say.
That's all you need.
You throw that on your resume and you could be
Yeah,
anything you want
yeah,
in the
you're
world.
like, oh my God, you were Batman?
Exactly.
That's
Now
the best
you're-
pickup line ever.
John DiMaggio, who we saw at
my
SAC
bad.
Anime,
Whips it out.
he
Terrible.
My
voiced,
battery.
he voiced Bender from
The Nicky
Futurama. He does Adventure Time. Like he's the one who made that documentary that's on Netflix. I know that voice.
Mm.
He's a heavily accomplished voice actor, and when someone asked him like, "What are you most proud of voicing?" he said, "Well, when you say proud, it makes me think of like what I would brag about, and the one that makes me the most excited is playing Joker."
Yeah, and he did an awesome job
Who
in that
said
one.
that?
Under the hood, under the red hood.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah, that
this is
was-
John DiMaggio. I mean, this is a man who's been in the industry
DiMaggio.
forever and done some of the best comedic roles. But if you ask him what was the most proud of, it was freaking Joker.
I want to know how they're going to incorporate the Batmobile into this one, because it seems like on the other Arkham City games, or just Arkham games, it's very tight in, closed spaces and stuff like that. And I mean, you don't really want to just kind of be on a track for the Batmobile. And it looks like
It
from
better
some of
be
the-
like open city. Going
It's gotta
through
be.
those- I want to be able to go through buildings.
And it seems
Give
like
me that.
in the beginning with Batman on these games, you didn't really need any type of vehicle. You're floating everywhere. So it's like, what do I need the Batmobile? I really hope that it like serves a purpose in this one. That beat up guy just looks terrible. Like I thought when I first saw this trailer, I was like, is there like a mutant gene something going around? Is he deformed or
He looks
Zombies.
like Gilbert Godfrey.
terrible? Batman, I need you. I need you to go do something.
That's horrible. You like screamed in my ear.
That's how Gilbert Godfrey does it. He doesn't have any range. He just does that.
Jesus.
Because like, look, even on the trailer on this one, they're just showing him kind of drive back and forth.
Just through a very straight,
Yeah.
straightforward
A linear line.
And that's that's what you want Batman
Wow,
for right
and then
there.
he just ejected himself.
Exactly. You want
He
to
ejected himself off.
Yeah, he did. All
There's
over
your
the
dick
city.
jokes, everybody. Keep them coming.
There it is. You're
anything
welcome.
going on in the chat?
Yeah,
I'll give you the D anytime you need it.
Milty the Great says, not a fan of Batman
Wow.
in the slightest, but these games minus Origins are fantastic.
And he said minus Origins because the title's the only one that didn't advance mechanically, and that made it boring.
It did hit a stale point. It was like, oh, good. Same
I don't
crap.
know. Aaron still has mine.
That is true. It is literally collecting dust on my shelf. So yeah, that's where that one is.
Yeah.
And it sucks
Yeah.
that what's his name, DiMaggio was a part of that. Not a part of that. Not DiMaggio. The other guy.
Roger Craig.
Yeah,
Smith.
Roger Craig.
I'm
Smith.
sure he's fine.
Yeah, he just wanted the Batman on
Yeah.
there.
I'm
Kick ass
That's all you
drum
need.
set. Yeah.
Next game up on the list.
And before we move on, if you are listening to the show and you like what you're hearing, Milty, Made Cool, all you cool dudes in the chat, be sure to shout us out on any form of social media. Whether you guys are Tumblr people, Twitter people, Facebook people, it really helps out the show and trying to make it bigger.
Haven't you put that in the chat?
I could.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Just
It means more when it comes from the hat.
or whenever
hat?
they're listening to it on the podcast. How does that feel though?
They
to
can do
them?
the same.
Wow.
That's even better. Whenever someone tweets out like, "Listen to the video game bang, made my day slightly less shitty," like that makes me feel
Gerald
good.
Ocon.
I know Gerald Ocon. Yeah,
Gerald
talking
Ocon's
to you.
one of
Thanks,
them.
bud.
Where
You're
we
a good
at?
friend.
Next up is Star Citizen. This one is going to be, for the most part, I guess, a PC exclusive.
Know nothing about this game.
Know nothing about Star Citizen. Star Citizen
Just that it's
kind
in
of
space.
it caught my attention more whenever I was looking for some type of space exploration type of games.
Oh.
And
I
this
was hoping
one,
it was like Starship Troopers.
this one is kickstarted, so it's a Kickstarter game. Which when I was going through this list, by the way, little side note, a lot of Kickstarter games that started to show up on the list that I was like,
People like to pay for what they want.
yeah. I think I'm gonna do a whole show on just Kickstarter games. It's gonna be interesting.
Kickstart your heart.
Stick around for that.
Hello,
Hey,
Hey,
Hollow
wait,
Monkey, what
wait,
the
wait,
hell,
what
Hollow
the hell?
Monkey?
Yeah.
Son
Like
of a
a
bitch.
first
Just
time?
following? Yeah, I take back my dance.
Yeah, there it is.
You gotta
What
do it
an
in reverse.
a-hole. Everybody in the chat, boo this man.
Terrible. So Star Citizen right now, what they have is kind of like the early access type of things. What they're doing is just the like space combat. I can't remember what it's called right now. But
It's first person, right? Shooter?
first person
or-
and third person. Actually, you can
First-
switch.
Okay.
Yeah, you can switch.
Okay, I like that. That's Fallout style.
What they want to do is kind of like this whole, universe exploration type of thing where you can either, kind of choose your own path. What are you going to do? Whenever they have the multiplayer one, because they're actually doing a single player campaign as well. This project got a lot of money to be funded or whatever.
They got that bling bling.
They got a crazy amount of money for this one, and it seems like the project is taking forever to even become, available for the masses. But right now they have I think
Oh shoot, I forgot you put it up here.
1v1 or something like that, maybe, right? For the spaceship flight battles or whatever. They're doing kind of a thing where they did in Borderlands, where they had different companies expert in different like spaceships and stuff like that. So you can actually
Can you be a space pirate?
I believe so whenever
so.
the multiplayer comes out and stuff like that. But right now I think they're focusing on just the space battle and then the single player. And I don't know why you
No
would
exploring
eject.
the planets?
That's the other thing they just recently showed. You can actually go down to planets and actually explore
Resources
the
and
planet
stuff?
side and stuff like that. And then you, of course, make your own character. Multi-man ships, which is rarely
That's gonna be
seen.
That's
pretty
good.
cool.
That needs to be in No Man's Sky.
What was pretty cool, they showed the trailer for multi-man ships where they had like one guy in the back of the ship and then they were getting attacked and he had to kind of like rush up to the front and then take his seat and then control his part, and they're like, "Don't get cocky, kid." And he started shooting. Yeah, but it was good. It was like it makes me really want to get this type of feel. Like I haven't played a space exploration game where everybody on the ship has a role to succeed in this mission. Like whenever you're playing,
Guns of Icarus?
I said space exploration game.
Oh. It's Sky Exploration.
Close enough. I give you props, Steven.
And then Guns of Icarus is actually pretty interesting because the developers, they want to take it to where it's actually like a
The
co-op
adventure.
game and make it
Yeah.
an adventure, but they don't want you to get off the ship ever.
Still.
So you can explore cities, but don't get off the damn ship. So I'm like,
Still.
all right, yeah.
What if it's like a bunch of ships linked together to make a city?
That'd be kind of cool, like a Sky City.
A Sky City.
What's the Sky City in Star Wars?
There's a Sky City.
Coruscant?
Wow,
No.
the city in the clouds. What am I? Where?
I don't even remember the name.
Oh my gosh, aren't you guys?
Let me Google it.
The Death Star?
No, with Lando Calrissian's
Yeah.
place.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Are you
you're
sure
you're
it's not
fired.
Coruscant?
You're fired. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I'm-
Coruscant. I don't know.
I'm 100% sure it's not Coruscant.
It's a flying city?
Chad, if you know
I
what
always thought that was in
the
water.
city where Lando Calrissian is from,
Are you trying to go to your other black guy?
let us
friend?
know. I know he's texting his
It
own
says
other
it's
black
Sky
guy.
City.
Is it just called Sky City?
If so, that's way
Shy
too easy.
City?
That's
Yeah.
really.
Chi-town.
Lucas needs to go
Sky
back to the
Town.
drawing board on names and stuff like that.
Right.
Dad. Let's call it Sky City.
We'll call that Coruscant, and we'll call that
Yeah.
Sky City.
Croissant.
Done.
Is our Eden one.
Wow,
Coruscant.
we're hitting up the halfway mark already.
Yeah.
You know what? It was that umbrella of gamer.
Yeah, that took like 90 minutes.
That
I don't
did
know
definitely
Sky
take too
City,
much.
but I can tell you what a tauntaun is.
And that's those awkward conversations. That just like
Was that a pickup line?
just imagine you have
I'll
like
show
some,
you my tauntaun.
some
Right.
party or something. I don't know what Sky City is, everybody, but I know what a tauntaun is. And then everybody walking
Just
away with their hors
silence.
d'oeuvres. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna leave now.
Would you like to see?
This
the
is like if it was The Office. We would just leave the cooler.
Would you
Yeah.
like to
Oh,
see
yeah.
the inside of my tauntaun?
Look at the camera. Like that's what
Wait, it's Cloud City.
is it? Cloud City? That sounds a little better.
We all should be ashamed of ourselves.
I think it's Pewter Town. No.
We're coming up to a break, Aaron. You're
We are
saying.
coming up to a break, but best believe once
Cricket
we
app.
past this
That's what we need.
bridge, we will be hitting up more of the 2015 games and maybe a little extra stuff.
We got some extra time here.
Yeah, we got
like a
extra
full minute.
Well,
I
trust me,
love extra stuff.
you love extra stuff, like extra cheese.
Everything.
Like extra
everything.
mayonnaise and your
Yep.
Terrible,
spaghetti.
terrible.
want a
If you
little,
haven't,
yeah.
no, I was gonna say if you haven't checked out, we have some awesome reviews on Nerd Reactor. Corey just did the Dying Light review.
Oh, what? How was
Yeah,
it? Was
yeah.
it good? Was it bad?
I gave it a
Who
4.
knows? You gotta read.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I know, right? It's too late now.
Yeah, he
I
gave it a 4, guys.
yeah.
Don't read it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Try
And
to help a guy out.
I went.
No,
I
I'm
went.
not used to the help, Steven.
I went and did the review on The Escapist.
And would you get it? Who
yeah,
knows?
go and check it out.
Check
Damn
it
it.
out.
give it a share, a like,
That's
Break
subscribe,
into prison.
like,
Break out of prison.
and subscribe,
Subscribe.
and peace.
And please
Hit that red button.
No, I'm not KSI. Everybody, quit
But
calling
he
me
could
that in
be
my
the
freaking
third
chats. If they get me the money, I don't know. It'd be awesome.
Would you talk with a British accent?
I would try.
Do it right now.
I can't. I'm not
Not on the spot?
I'm not the spot guy. I need it. That's what the
Hello?
difference between
He-
me
he would
and
be
voice
like-
actors.
We'll be
He'd be
back
the
on the
soccer
break.
hooligan British.
I would definitely be a soccer
Oi,
hooligan.
you wanker.
Yeah, definitely. Be.
Like, Aaron, why are you so violent? I don't know.
Oi, ref.
Before we go, real quick, we got 1 second, don't we?
No, we got time.
Okay. Before we go,
Jesus, how long is this song?
I know like, it's a really long one, but let me get
That's
this
what she
in.
said.
Terrible.
Yeah, penis.
How long is this song?
It's
It's
too
a
late
really
now.
long one.
What I gotta say is definitely not going to fit in there.
What?
That's what
That's what she said.
I set that one up for everybody.
That's
You're
what she
welcome. He's like, I'm just keep going no
Just
matter
keep
what.
going. That's what she said.
All right, stick around, everybody. When we get back, like I said, 2015 games that you're excited for. Don't touch that button. Is there a button nowadays?
No.
It's just touch.
Click.
It's an X
Don't
button.
click that mouse. Mouse is for blouses. That could be our charity.
If you're still with us on Twitch, you can go check us out
Eh.
at Video Game Bang on our Twitter.
Oh.
We also got the Facebook going, // whatever, Video Game Bang Bang, because we bang twice as hard as the regular Video Game Bang. And we're on nerdreactor.com, of course. You can check out the podcast if you want to hear how we commented on whatever you commented on in the chat room again, all over. You can go check us out
Monkey
there.
said 17 inches.
Bam.
Okay.
Around. He didn't say around.
You know what? But literally, you can always be, oh, my junk is, 17 inches. You're not fitting in any damn body. You're
a lonely man.
You're a lonely man. And, I guess cows.
Where are you gonna buy peanuts?
That's terrible.
Or horses?
Oh, why? It's
This has really
Yeah.
gotten disturbing.
well, hey,
But,
that's what chat room
Let's
does.
talk about penises, man.
That's
Let's
what
talk about
chat room
penis.
does.
That's online, everybody.
What are they saying in the chat room besides 17 inches?
That's 17 inches.
That's it,
the
yeah.
latest thing,
Wow,
actually.
good lord, that's
It's
terrible.
the most important.
Milty the Great.
I can't take a guy seriously.
Cheeky
He
No.
said, we talked about the early access thing before. I feel as if early access is the new epidemic of gaming. Most of these devs release a game with potential, and these just leave it at and just what? And these just
Milty's
leave it at that.
Milty is a philosopher.
Yeah, I
He's-
can't understand the.
I think I don't know, did we talk about early access on this show? I can't remember because I know when I did like a full, like 2 weeks ago, I
No,
did like this 2-hour
We
rant.
talked about the thing last Wednesday.
It was last
Yeah.
Wednesday? Yeah,
'Cause I was
because
just listening to the show.
I've done a weekend, when I did the weekend show at Adams, I literally was just me in front of the chair with the camera on me, and then they were just throwing stuff like
That was-
topics at me.
That was so good. Are we gonna do that after?
And yeah. And it was cool. I got to give my opinion on certain
Yeah.
things.
That was how the great Schlieven debate started.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, if you're listening to the podcastular version of this, you really are missing out on the full experience of the Weekend Bang. Or it's
Are
not
we
the
back?
Weekend Bang. No, it's not the Weekend Bang. Yeah, we're back.
And we're back,
are.
everybody.
And we're
Jeez.
back.
We're back.
Jeez, the VGB Live, everybody, is
Yeah,
back.
the VGB Live, you really get the full experience, chatting it
The
up.
full experience.
the full bang experience.
Yeah, we want to hear
Full
from you guys.
fist.
And to our viewers over the pond, whether
Yeah.
that be the Pacific or Atlantic
Oh
or
wait, Aaron's black, so full fist.
There you
Indian
or the Indian, I guess, if you want to double jump, then geez,
Double
good
jump.
lord.
Frogger.
What?
I really want to hear from you guys, definitely. I want to, I like hearing from the international people a lot.
I care more about the Americans.
Well, as you can
The
see,
TV show?
the neck's not as red as, everybody else's, but
It's blacker and darker.
exactly. But I like hearing from international people. Why do you not like hearing from international people?
Because I bleed red, white, and blue, and these colors don't run.
You might want to go see a doctor about that. I think when oxygen hits the blood, it's all around red.
Well,
all around.
we put a boot in your ass. That's America.
That's terrible.
That's also kind of 50 Shades of Grayish.
Which seems to
How
be...
would you know that, Aaron? Or Steven?
How would you know, Aaron?
I wouldn't
How would
know.
either one of you know?
Because I didn't read that thing.
I didn't read it either, but actually, no, we had a discussion at work about this.
About 50 Shades of Grey?
Because I guess one of my coworkers' wives read it, and they were
Okay.
like, she described everything to him, and he was like, I mean, guys in, just hanging out talk dirtier shit about in this book.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's just the vanilla of
Of
S&M,
guy talk? Is
of
that-
S&M and stuff like that. So they're like, and all these women are freaking out, and
You're like,
guys
I
are
kind
just
of,
like,
I do that stuff on the weekend. What are you talking about?
That's a Tuesday for me.
Exactly. So that, the
So the
weirdest
Whiskey
thing,
Pete? I
the
do that
weirdest
all the
thing, I
time.
had a coworker who said he bought that for his mother.
that's
50 Shades?
Yeah.
Is that when everyone just walked away from him?
Basically, why are you buying this for your mom?
your mom.
For your mum.
For your mom.
Mommy,
Moms get lonely.
mommy.
You don't want that from your son.
If you
Hey, Mom.
here's an
That's
alternative.
Norman
If-
Bates-ish.
If you're in the
It's
chat
extremely,
and you're
yes.
considering buying your mother 50 Shades of Grey, just give him Aaron's phone number instead.
Yeah, I'll talk to him on the phone.
Tweet us. Aaron will use that sultry.
He's
Soul
31
Train
now.
voice.
Like I said,
31.
Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, whatever
Something
you want to
like
call him. He turned 30, and he's like, I'm at that age now, or 31 or whatever. He's my age basically. He was like, I'm at that age now where I can date the 22 to 40-year-old girls. He said I kind of get that whole broad range of stuff, and I was like, all right, let's go for some 40-year-olds.
Just
Let's go
Switch
for
it up.
some- yeah,
Let's switch it up.
Let's go for some 40-year-olds.
gotta go for them cougars.
I'm with you,
Cougars.
Are they cougars at that point?
Donnie G.
The
Would
young
you.
ones.
they be a puma?
Young cougars.
What are
Jaguar?
terrible Jaguars? No, those are younger.
Jungle cat?
Whatever an old cat would be.
Wildcat.
The Black Panther?
All right, 2015 games that we are excited for, everybody, as told by PCGames.com. Next one up on the list, here, real quick rundown, what you missed. Metal Gear Solid, Batman Arkham Knight, Star Citizen, and
Star
only three. Wow, we only
Citizen.
did three?
Yes,
Good
because your
Lord.
debate took up like a year.
Well, Tom Clancy's The Divisious is coming out sometime in 2015. Don't have a hardcore release date, but people are waiting with bated breath
This
at
one
the
has been a giant cock tease.
It surely has.
Snowdrop engine.
open world online shooter Division got our attention when it was announced at E3, for you Spanish speaking people. Though we haven't heard a heck of a lot about it since. Featuring co-op squad gameplay, AI components, firefights with other multiplayer squads. It looks awesome, by the way. Like, it's a little sweet piece of heaven with that Snowdrop engine. One thing that I'm kind of irritated with, and they keep doing this with the trailers, is the fake online talking.
Oh my god, you see that drop?
Yeah, like,
See that gun? It's a good
come
gun.
on.
Yeah.
So,
Hey
so
Stan,
like,
you should pick that up.
in the thing, they have like this girl she's playing, and she's like, "Oh, cool. All right, are you here yet? I'm in the train station. Okay.
I like how they're like, oh, there's this really awesome gun.
Yeah.
Why don't you take it?
Yeah.
Said no one
So-
ever.
So polite in these
Get
games.
back, motherfucker! That's my gun.
Exactly.
Bitch, boot him.
Bitch, give me that gun.
Boot him for the
Exactly.
party.
Kick him.
Oh, wow, you're going to love this, Aaron. Trebek joined it and typed in all caps, said APOC. And
Wow.
And then Nightbot warned him, said, hey, Trebek, come on, stop typing in caps.
Yes. Stop it.
Alex, you hooligan.
Oh,
There it
and,
is.
What's with the caps, bro?
You 4chan bitch.
Yelling.
And Gerald says that he needs this game and Aaron's mom in his life.
Wow. Can be arranged, Gerald.
Can be
Can be
arranged.
arranged.
For the great price
Yeah.
of $5.99 per
Trebek
minute.
thinks that this game is going to flop hardish.
Ooh, you know why? Because Trebek is one of those people that are like, I've been so disappointed by AAA titles that this thing looks like it's too good to be true, so it's going to flop.
I think Trebek is one of those. He's not even a glass half empty.
I think
type of person.
Trebek
No.
owes me
There's-
$30.
There's no glass.
There's no
and I need to
glass.
collect on
The
that
glass
before I
is
start
taken
breaking
from him.
legs.
There's no glass at all.
There's
with
no
Trebek.
glass at all for him. He's just piss and vinegar.
Look how, but like if you're
On the table.
if you're watching the live stream
It's
right now,
piss and ginger.
you would see like they said, it's an open world game, and to me, this open world seems a little different from your normal open world. Whenever you think open world, you kind of think like a big kind of flat landscape surface. This is like New York.
New York.
So you got
New
the
York.
subway system, you got skyscrapers all around you, you got Madison Square Garden,
And a black guy still can't catch a cab.
and he can't. No, not at all.
Well,
Nope.
to be fair, there are no cabs running.
Or black people in this demo here,
It's just some spilled water.
and it just looks like it's gonna be.
Spilled water.
Now, what I really hope that this game stays away from is the survivor aspect that we've
Where you
seen
need to,
in
like,
like
drink and
Daisies. No.
Oh, where you
where
die,
the
you're just
objective
dead? Oh,
is just to survive. I don't want that.
What
If I have to
you
drink
need
and eat,
to
that's fine.
survive.
But I want an actual purpose. Like if there's, I think one of the stories in this one is like there's a it's a biological attack. So there's like some type of disease or something like that.
Right.
That, let me look for some cures or something like that. Let there be kind of a end game to this MMO-ish type of
But
thing.
what's the thing? I thought it was just war because it's Tom Clancy, right?
Yes, it is Tom
So
Clancy.
it's just what the Russians
Rest
invade.
his soul.
I don't know.
that
Pick
what
a
it's-
North
enemy.
Korea.
Yeah, pick an
North
enemy.
Korea, Syria.
Could be
over there.
Africa, somewhere in Africa. Actually, I
somewhere
would like
in
to see
Africa.
that. I would like to see that as a main villain,
Africa.
some I don't know, write a story where
Coney?
Africa unites.
Coney comes and starts.
They're like,
messing
we're the
things up.
largest continent. Well, one of the largest continents.
We have lions. What do you have?
Exactly, and they just stampede through freaking New York on elephants.
And elephants.
Don't tell me you wouldn't pay $20 for that.
Yeah,
I
I
probably
might.
would.
All right,
Yeah,
then.
it's-
I pay 15. I don't
Exactly.
know about 20.
And I want to know how in
I'd pay
depth.
20 just to see the racism.
I want to know how in depth this is going to go with actually going inside of structures and stuff like that.
Is everything going to be open?
That's
Is-
How open?
That might
is
be too
this?
hard to do in a New York.
Because there's a
City.
lot of buildings, in New York. But think about the strategy you can, accomplish with all the ins and out of the buildings and stuff like that. It leaves it more open to you just fighting on the street. You're fighting inside of a library. You're fighting inside of a cafe or something like that.
One of the things I found
Or
interesting
Starbucks.
about this that I hope
Shoot
doesn't
terrorists.
fall through the cracks was the ability to integrate with mobile gaming.
Oh yeah.
You talking about the tablets and stuff?
The
Like,
tablets or cell phones. So like if I'm sitting at the DMV and you guys are all playing the game, I could like hop in and give you guys a quick airstrike or something.
That fell off hard.
It kind of did.
Well, this whole game fell off hard.
No, he's talking
I'm
about in
the
abroad.
mobile.
Oh,
Yeah.
integration.
Yeah.
It did.
It fell off hard because I only seen it in Dead Rising 3
I was excited for
during
it too.
the
Yeah.
launch, and then it was just like everything else tragic. Like I
And-
don't want to read freaking history and destiny.
What are they saying in the chat?
Milty the Great says the backstory, if I remember correctly, is some terrorist group put a virus on the paper money and it spread during Black Friday.
That's why I only keep coins, everybody.
And don't shop on Black Friday.
Yep. Don't shop
Stay
on Black
indoors.
Friday and keep coins in your pocket all
Eat
the
your
time.
turkey.
Next game, we're moving on to the MOBA genre,
Zamubas.
which we actually had a discussion. No, me and Adam had a discussion on what the definition of a MOBA is. Everybody,
You like to fight people over definitions.
He likes to discuss.
I like to
about-
discuss. Thank
No,
you.
he fights.
Thank you.
You
I like
fight.
to discuss. And these are intelligent conversations that I think the gaming community should have sometimes. Not break them apart, but should just bring it up sometimes. So
It just turns
MOBAs.
into trolling.
So MOBAs are like a hot thing, of course, right now. We got League of Legends, Dota, Smite, and I guess you can call these the second generations of MOBAs about to coming out. He did not consider games like this or Overwatch MOBAs.
Why not?
He believes MOBAs are more of the 3-lane, take down the towers, take down the giant crystal.
Okay,
What
So
does MOBA
what-
stand for? Mass Online Battle Arena.
And that's how I broke it down to
So
him as
he's
well.
wrong. We don't need to talk about
That's
him
how I
and his
broke it down as
insanity.
Smite
well.
on Xbox.
But, if you're in the chat room right now, let us know what you think of MOBA is. Let's get back to this game. Gigantic is a game that's made by
I thought that was Battleborn. Not gonna lie.
Motiga. It has that Battleborn look to it, and I like that.
Why am I'm
a
like
lot of these-
staring at his computer screen? I have it in front of me.
I like the look that is going with the cell shaded graphics and everything like that. It's a team-based action game around destroying your opponent's guardians. So, you have, of course, two teams pitted against each other, but you have this giant monster that.
Okay, so you are trying to destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay,
you have
okay.
like a Titan.
Then
type of thing.
that's a
Right.
MOBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that not?
And he moves through the level. So eventually, I believe they actually have it to where both the Titans will, clash against each
Oh, that's
other,
cool.
and then the stronger one, of course, will win. This one looks like, and another thing that I'm really loving about MOBAs that are starting to come through,
Sick.
they are going with more action skill shot based MOBAs as opposed to click
As
and then
opposed.
you're character
The
does.
click
Does
MOBA?
what you need to
Yeah.
do.
Those
Yeah.
are terrible.
Now, a lot of people don't like them.
Oh,
They like their
gank 'em,
traditional. A lot of people like their traditional MOBAs. You know, their point and click one. This one, developers have gone out on record saying that they wanted to make it more fast paced,
Oh,
feeling.
okay.
You know, for your action junkies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it was a big success when we saw it with Smite.
And Smite, I've seen article like on IGN talking about it's 2015, the year of Smite.
The one of the best, I think, MOBAs out there.
Yeah, it rose pretty fast in the MOBA genre with the fans and stuff like that.
And then we were backing it.
And it's weird because all I asked for was a MOBA with the controller. Smite
And
comes
they got it.
and starts blowing up.
This looks definitely like
Coinky dink, everybody.
Gonna be
I
a
don't know.
controller
Yeah, probably.
Go back and listen to those old episodes when we farting
too.
around.
Farting in your face.
When we first started playing League of
Yes.
Legends before I got on Smite, and listen to my
Your
listen
rants?
to me there and see if it's the future or not. You're welcome. So anyway,
And Carter.
yeah, gigantic. Look out for that one.
That looks
Same
like
name as
pretty
my
good.
dick. Sorry, I've been holding on to that since we started this one.
That's so terrible.
That's what
Sorry.
she said.
Yeah,
Stretching.
they wanted dick jokes.
Stretching.
Yeah,
Stretching.
just like my dick.
See, it gets worse and
Sorry.
worse.
It's
Does
like,
it?
It just
it's
gets
like you're
worse.
screaming in
That-
people's
that was
ears
good.
and
It's
I'm
terrible.
sorry.
they're not feeling it.
You're like Gilbert Godfrey now. Next one we got on the list is Hunt, Whores of the Gilded Age.
Whores.
Yeah, right? That's what we're... Whores of the Gilded Age?
Horrors.
Horowitz?
Oh, there we go.
Horrors.
Horrors of the Gilded Age.
Hunt horrors of the Gilded Age.
You hunting them.
Whore.
Now we're
You
back to
play
50 Shades of
clearly
Grey.
you played Jack the Ripper and you're just hunting whores of the Gilded Age.
That's all the monkey said fail.
It was shown at E3. Think of a third-person Left 4 Dead style co-op game against AI monsters, but you actually get to create your character.
Okay, that's
Resident Evil style over the shoulder. What they wanted to do with this game is kind of keep it rooted in semi-reality. I know it's kind of hard to say that when you're fighting like banshees and mythical creatures and stuff
Wait,
like that.
those don't exist?
No, I'm sorry, David. Yeah, it's terrible. Oh my god,
Jesus.
mind
What
blown.
was
Yeah,
that? Mind freak.
mind blown. So I meant keep it kind of grounded in the weapons that you use. So
Is that a top hat?
old school double barrel shotguns.
Does this mean I can be Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter?
Basically, that stay off my lawn type of gun. You know what I mean? Old racist white people use it all the
Yeah.
time.
It's a bunchy.
Free to play.
He's hunting a whore.
Free to play this one.
Nice.
All right.
Actually coming on.
transactions
I don't know.
for costumes.
That's
Should we
it.
just kind of run through the rest of them for the people on the podcast?
Yeah, for the people on the podcast, we can go through the rest of them real quick. We got Battle Cry, of course, made by Bethesda. That's going to be
gonna be a
another
good
MOBA. Rainbow Six Siege.
That's gonna be good on PC.
That's going to be good. Overwatch, another MOBA, but Blizzard's kind of foray into it.
Ooh,
Second
Overwatch.
foray into it. Battleborn. Of course, Gearboxes throw into the MOBA as well.
There's too many, and they're all confusing me. Like I can't remember which.
Yeah,
ones
and
are
there
what.
are a lot of similar looks as well. You got a Fortnite, which was Epic Games. I think Blitz or Cliff Blazinski at first was the one kind of.
Clifford B.
I don't know if he's still onto that one.
I think he moved on.
The Witcher 3, if you played 1 and
A
2.
lot of people really into that one.
Yeah,
it
that
looks
one's
pretty
going to be a
good.
big
The
one.
Wild Hunt.
It does look good.
Shadow Realms is going to be BioWare's free-to-play game. Don't know how.
I thought that was canceled.
Not that I've seen. It said
I read
TBA
something
15.
that they canceled that so they can focus on Mass Effect 4.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
so he does go out and seek information about video games, making him a hardcore gamer.
Did he see that a long time ago when
Shut
this
up.
game was
Mortal
revealed?
Kombat X
Jeez.
is the one we're going to be reviewing. Video Game Bang will hopefully get an advanced copy of that one and get to do a little bit of streaming. I'm hoping, but we will have a review done by Jadis.
He's saying that because, yes, of course, that's the one on the list. StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. I didn't even know why I kind of put this one in there, because if you played StarCraft Wings of Liberty and StarCraft Horde of the Swarm,
StarCraft.
then you've kind of played the
Yeah,
other
it's
ones.
just their. Who
actu-
is it? The Zerg?
Yeah, you're playing the
Zord?
Protoss on this one.
Protoss.
The Protoss.
The Protoss.
Extras on there, we got like Assassin's Creed Victory, Human Element might be canceled, I don't know, Battlefield Hardline, Magicka, Street Fighter, Minecraft Story, which is going to be just crazy.
Minecraft Story?
Yeah.
Aaron, you're out of time.
Okay, so for Steven, David, and Corey, I'm Sir Aaron Carter. I will see you next week.
Bye.
That's how you wrap it up in the 3-second mark like that.
And we're live just for the after party.
If you're joining us on
After party
Twitch,
starts now.
thank you for sticking around. Let's go back up to Horrors of the Gilded Age. I like that one again.
Wars of the Horrors and Ages.
Hunt Horror of the Gilded Age will be a free-to-play game, the developers said, but still feel like a AAA quality game.
It looked like a AAA quality game only because it reminded me of that 1886 or whatever order. 1886.
Oh yeah.
That's how it kinda looked,
It feels
just
kind of
looking
like
at the
that type of
video.
stuff. It says Hunt will be monetized purely through cosmetic items and experience boosts. So
Experience
I'm thinking what they mean, like you're gonna pay for, of course, top hats and
Those top
ties.
hats.
old dusters and stuff like
That's
that.
important.
And then when I was watching one of the interviews, they asked, are there going to be traditional characters? Like, if I want to be a healer type of class, is that going to be the case? And they were like, it's kind of up to you. You're going to kind of build and mold your character around what you like to play and stuff like that. And then if you're looking at it right now on the Twitch channel, of course, it looks just fantastic.
It
For
does look-
a
looks
free-to-play
really
game.
good.
For a free-to-play game, get the heck out of here.
Get the
First thing I'm going to buy is a bowler.
a bowler hat.
Yep.
You're gonna be the bowler hat guy.
Look at that, crashing through windows. When do you crash through windows in video games anymore?
See, I'm delayed. I'm looking at my phone.
Well, I mean, you could just turn your head to the left.
That's why I'm watching it on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's live there.
Because it's
I
the
ju-
after party.
I want to be
everybody.
part of the
Woo!
people.
If you
that are
haven't,
watching
if you're
this.
just new to the chat room and you're just joining us, go ahead and hit that follow button. We're going to be doing this week in and week out. There's a podcast.
Oh dang, he dodged that.
It feels Resident Evil 4-esque.
It
It looks like,
Resident Evil 4-esque.
and I'm loving that. I'm loving that a lot.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Aaron's loving that.
I could use some McDonald's actually right now.
Yeah, it
not
sounds
gonna lie.
I had that on the way here.
You son of a mother. Say you son of a.
Yeah.
You
I am.
bastard.
But they're actually mission-based games, so it's not just like a horde mode or whatever. So everything is kind of like mission levels and stuff like that.
An objective.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you have an
okay.
objective, and at the end of the level,
Objecting off.
you get to fight a boss. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean, Vern?
So they said, like I said, they're going to keep it kind of grounded in realism. That's why you see the guy with the pistol right now. But
Pistol Pete.
the more you kind of get upgraded and stuff like that, that dude just looks like, oh, to the kneecap,
Damn.
Was it to the kneecap? Because it looked like it was.
to his thigh.
Yeah.
Thigh
His
wouldn't have hurt.
inner
I'm going,
thigh.
I'm going with his inner thigh. He's really got. But yeah, the more you upgrade your weapons and stuff like that, it kind of gets kind of supernatural, a little supernatural vibe, but still kind of realistic. Man, he just dropped that fat
He did.
bastard.
He did. Well, I think everybody was shooting at him. Come on, Cleese, we gotta get these rednecks. Oh wait, no, that's rednecks would be coming after you. More like Yankees.
And it looks like I just said, it just looks amazing, and I like the way
Just
that
balls
free to play
hot,
games are going up, like pretty cool. So yeah,
Free to
check out that
play.
one, Hunt Horror of the Gilded Age.
Hello, monkey. You read
Just saw that.
What did Hollow Monkey say?
He goes, don't follow. They yell at you if you do.
Yeah, you some bitch.
Don't follow the what?
Don't follow.
Don't follow us.
Because you said follow. Hit that follow button, and he said don't follow because they yell at you if you
Because
do.
we yelled at
Cause
him.
he-
Because he's been a fan since we
Yeah.
started.
I
Day
Practically.
see.
one practically,
And
and,
this
then all of a
bastard-
sudden,
Wants to just follow us.
Next game going into slow mode for you guys on the Twitch. Battle Cry, made by Battle Cry Studios, and Bethesda is going to be publishing this one sometime out
I'll follow
in
when they
2015.
respond to my message about MOBAs.
Yeah. All right, Milty.
What did
Jesus,
Milt say?
man, you
So,
write like
yeah, here. Okay, let's see.
He said,
The-
read
Logic
my-
makes
read my
an Unreal
thesis.
Tournament MOBAs.
read my thesis.
but that Logic makes Quake and Unreal Tournament MOBAs, and those were around before MOBA was even a thing.
Just before
Mil-
they were out, before MOBA got a specification, doesn't mean they're not MOBA.
You got to get this too, because Milty was in the chat room when we had this discussion
Yeah.
That's why
before,
he
and he
raised
brought
his
that
price.
same.
Picking it back up.
Yeah, he's picking it back up from weeks ago, which is I like that, Milty. Thank you. But yeah, like Corey said, I'm gonna agree with him on this one. Rare, it happens.
Jesus.
Exactly.
And,
Just because it wasn't invented yet doesn't mean that it doesn't fall into the same category now. That's what
He
I'm
said
saying. Go with.
Yeah.
Overwatch shouldn't be considered a MOBA, more of a class-based shooter. TF2 is a class-based shooter,
Oh, please keep reading. Keep reading.
but no one calls it a MOBA.
You know what? I want to see somebody that actually writes like some
That's
type
'cause
of
it's
college
more-
paper on these things and then presents it in front of a professor, and then he gets kicked out of the class because he's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
You've wasted my time.
Exactly.
your classmates' time and your education.
It's case by case. I
It is.
definitely feel like for sure Unreal was one of the first MOBAs because
I don't-
really it was.
It just felt.
I kinda said-
it feels like it's just a shooter.
I kind of said
deathmatch
anything,
type of game.
anything that's kind of lacking of a story mode, single player story mode, campaign, type of thing.
mass
to me, that-
online battle arena.
Like, yeah.
yeah.
So would you consider Evolved?
See, and that's weird. That's when it blurs the
Because-
line. That's
Yeah.
when.
Because Evolve, you're fighting one person
That's when Miley
in an
Cyrus twerks
arena,
on.
if you would say,
Yeah.
the jungle,
Yeah,
the concrete jungle, and
it's tough.
Unreal 3 had a story mode, but
Did it
kind
really?
of.
I just remember Unreal 3 is shooting people like a death.
I think to correct that, it would be Unreal 3 attempted a story mode.
Well, there it is. Let's show some of that beautiful bean footage of Battlecry. Not to be confused with Battleborn, Bethesda's competitive
Colorado.
32-player third-person brawling game with art direction from Half-Life 2 and Dishonored whiz Viktor Antonov.
Antonov.
It's bloody thanks to the inclusion of dismemberment and classes that wield massive cleavers. Now, this game, we got to go see at E3, and they were going to split us up, and they were like, whoever wants to go play Battleborn, go this way. All right, Battlecry, go this way. Whoever wants to go play The Evil Within, go that way. And I went towards The Evil Within.
No.
Yeah, because I was just like, Battleborn is going to be free to play. I may not buy... Battlecry, excuse me. Good Lord. Battlecry is going to be free to play when it comes out. I may not buy The Evil Within. Therefore, I may not be able to ever play it. Let me go play that one. But I like these games, TF2 and stuff like that. What did he call them? Team-based or shooters or something like that?
Class-based
Class-
shooters.
Class-based shooters. Just put it in MOBA. Just put it in the category of. I say we should treat MOBA like we treat the word gamer as an umbrella, and then there's little subdivisions under stuff.
Subdivision.
Yeah,
Like different class base.
yeah. I think MOBA should be the headliner, and then
What type of MOBA?
yeah, what type of MOBA? I think that'll because this is definitely not a League of Legends, correct?
Yeah.
But
So is this just deathmatch style?
So far that I've
it's a
seen-
straight arena.
yeah, so far that
game?
I've seen, it's just like arena. They'll probably have like a capture the flag, conquest type of deal.
I don't know how I feel about calling that a MOBA because then you'd have to classify games like Chivalry, where it's
Yeah.
two sides.
Oh
as
yeah,
a MOBA.
I would
And
put that under there too.
You'd have to consider I would consider Counter Strike because for the most part, every time I see Counter Strike, it's blow up the objective or kill the whole team.
Yeah, I like I said, I
don't know, it's very-
I wouldn't stamp MOBA just for League of Legends
Yeah, I think
anymore.
MOBA's a much broader term.
Yeah, that's why it
Yeah.
needs to be gamer, just like
This
MOBA.
is rare, people.
Yeah.
When me and Aaron are agreeing on something, you guys just gotta let it go.
So
Hey, there it is.
Milty, you son of a mother! Yes, I'm yelling at you now too, because you
Oh.
have been a freaking follower for the longest as well.
Of the VG Bang page?
Oh,
maybe,
and-
maybe not this one.
yeah, he's watched everything,
I'll give you credit.
Milty says you're making his brain hurt.
and that's a good thing, Milty.
AC Zero Shift is saying, by that logic, Call of Duty multiplayer is a MOBA. Every game online is an arena. I don't
So
think that would.
I think
because
still
like
the-
Gauntlet
it
is
holds up.
online,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't call that
But
a
you're a dungeon crawler. It's not
It's a
MOBA.
dungeon crawler,
And
yeah.
You're playing against the environment.
yeah.
MOBA, part of it has to be PvP.
It's a broad. I'm telling you
Yeah.
because I don't.
It
I
is a
really,
broad.
I really don't like just putting Dota and League in that thing, or Strife. Like
see the thing with like Call of Duty,
that turns me off to it.
and the reason I used
like,
Counter Strike
Yeah,
is because
go
Counter Strike is every time I see somebody play it, they're playing the same mode.
And
They
then-
don't like stray from the same level in the same mode.
here's another thing. Think about Smite. When me and Jerry go and play Smite all the time, we don't play that League type of 3-lane thing. We play Arena.
Yeah, arena's.
But I
best
bet you
mode.
still would call it a MOBA, wouldn't you?
which is essentially Slayer.
Yeah,
Your arena.
exactly. So I think MOBA is that defining or that like term.
MOBA is not that game type you guys are all describing where you go through the lanes and knock
Yeah.
down the towers. That is
3-lane MOBA.
Yeah.
What do they call it though in League?
They call it something in League. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. If you know what it is, you do know what it is in chat. I know you guys do.
Yeah, you're smart people.
Go ahead and let us know there.
Yeah, but capture the flag. I mean,
Yeah, like it's just all under because just like you said, it stands for massive or whatever online battle arena. So like it's a coliseum where events take place. Correct.
Yep.
If it's
Yeah.
capture the flag, if it's capture the case, if it's just death battle, it's just one big. So MOBA is the headliners.
you're saying
'Cause I
anything
always-
competitive is MOBA, and that's not true.
I always just like put it
No?
so you're
Yeah, right,
doing
I
an
guess.
objective to kill something. Like, cause every MOBA that from League to Smite and stuff, everything that I've played, it's always like destroy these towers, destroy this main objective thing. You want to destroy that.
Because I mean, what you just said, Corey, where he was like, he's saying anything competitive is MOBA.
No, that's not true.
That's not because Street Fighter is competitive, but I'm not calling that a MOBA because it's 1v1.
Yeah, we talked about Gauntlet or something like that, or Borderlands, or
Yeah, and no, or like, what's the runner game that you were trying to get us to download?
Dying Light.
No. It was like an indie game, but it was just like the superhero runner thing.
You talking about
That racing game?
Speedrunners?
Speedrunners, right?
Yeah.
That's a competitive game,
game.
correct?
Yes.
But that's not a MOBA.
It's not.
So yeah, I'm telling you, whenever you think MOBA, I'm not saying like League isn't. League is. I'm thinking a specific faction in there. I don't think I would ever just put it in a. That's too. MOBA's too broad of a definition, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know. Next one we're going with could be considered a MOBA, I guess. If there's no, if they don't throw a story mode in this bad boy.
Now we're gonna have to fight the.
I
chat
know,
room
right?
for an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Here it
Yeah,
goes.
let's fight them.
Rainbow Six Siege, everybody. Ubisoft Montreal is going to be a fierce tactical multiplayer shooter, which we saw at E3, kind of video.
Yeah, we just saw video.
I was really upset when I asked, and they're like, it's not playable here. It's like, so then why are you just teasing me with giant,
Giant signs.
Yeah, signs and video everywhere and stuff like that. But what's pretty cool about this one is it looks like it's fully destructible houses, which I'd be pissed off if I was being kidnapped.
owner of
And
the
then
house.
SWAT team just destroys half my house.
And you find out that the guy was just trying to stream a video game on Twitch, and his buddies were fucking with him.
Exactly. But it looks freaking awesome that you can like shoot from the first floor up.
That's awesome.
And then just like kind of toss a grenade up.
Or like if you're on the second floor, blow a hole. in
Yeah,
the
blow a
bottom,
hole at the bottom and then
Make your escape.
it's going to be like the two teams type of deal. You're going to have your SWAT team versus, I guess, your
Terrorists?
Not really terrorists, I guess. You would call them like home invaders.
Bad guys.
So it's good guys. Cops versus robbers, basically.
Hancock.
Vamps and
bad
rabbits.
Pretty cool new mechanics they have in that type of deal. You know, you can like lean. They don't have an actual dedicated cover system like Gears or something like that.
I'm okay with that.
They wanted to make it more of you can kind of create your own cover system since everything is basically destructible.
Yeah, it looks so great.
And yeah,
When
it's-
that wall
looks
came
so
down,
good.
I mean, that was
and like
beautiful.
he's just putting crap everywhere
Right?
and blowing it
Just
up.
Blow it up.
Another thing they said they wanted to get rid of as well is animations that get you stuck. So like whenever they show people putting up defensive walls, you can always cancel out of them and then get back to your gun to shoot. So you won't be stuck like, oh, I'm in the room and then the bad guy comes in. I'm putting up a wall, I'm nailing, I'm stuck, nailing
Yeah.
something to the wall. Like that would suck big time.
That would-
It looks like they're really trying to go for the competitive aspect in this one to try to make it more of an esport.
Man, that
it
looks
like.
crazy.
And what's crazy
Right?
is
Like it's
That looks so good.
just off this trailer. I got
Milty,
Gilbert.
you're gonna have to
to
let
wanna
it go,
play
bro.
this.
We're gonna get through the list and then we'll go back and debate you all night long.
the I wonder if you can push her in front of you. It's just been like move her in front of you real quick.
Like
Like,
a
ah!
shield.
Yeah. That'd be
Whoops.
fucked
Okay.
up.
This one I really can't wait for this one to go.
Fucked up that wall.
This one to go esports. I really want to see some
And
like.
it's gonna be a good one.
I wanna
'Cause
see
it's
some top
she just
tier
Oh,
goes
did he
shot.
out.
accidentally shoot her in the shoulder?
Well, I think she just got shot like from the other person, but yeah, you can get them up and everything like that.
I think he threw her to the ground. I don't think she got
There's
shot.
got to be a like.
Look
a-
at the house.
Oh my god.
I'd be pissed.
By the way,
Insurance.
Johnson family, we got the bad guys,
Yeah.
and we're out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, let's
Hope you're
roll out.
insured.
Yeah, everybody get out. Everybody get out.
Like a good neighbor. State
State
Farm.
Farm is
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Try the jingle.
But I'm really
$3 ahead of us, Jimmy.
Thanks, Mom.
terrible. I really want to see the esports of this. Like, I know there's going to be some like top
It's
tier
gonna-
teams that are going to go.
And I think we need to get on
crazy
this,
one.
definitely, because that's gonna be ridiculous.
I want to stream that game and just be playing in a loop that
Just destroy the whole house?
What you gonna do? Sorry.
terrible. Next game we're talking about now. Where are we on? That was okay. Here we go. Overwatch. Everybody, we're going back into the world of MOBAs.
Blizzard.
Yeah, this is
Here we go.
Blizzard's second foray into like the a battle arena type of stuff. They did Heroes of the Storm, which is more of your league type
Heroes
of
of the Storm.
MOBA.
And now they're doing Overwatch.
This one, you're if you must team based, class based fighting,
Shooter MOBA.
shooter MOBA if you want to.
Does he
Colorful,
have a butt on his face, or is that his beard?
that's his beard. Colorful characters, everything. This was actually spawned off a canceled game that they did.
The Ghost.
No. They had something in the works. I can't remember what it was called. Somebody in chat room is probably gonna tell me. It was like
It was called.
I'm gonna name it Project Titan
World
right
of Warcraft meets StarCraft Unlimited.
now. It looks pretty cool. Everybody has certain. And see, this is the other thing. Everybody has what they've classified as ults in this game.
Ulties?
Yeah. So
Project Titan, Milty said. He's
Was I right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh, sweet.
Project Titan. To 10.
Kind of makes me wonder what was Project Titan.
Titanfall.
I don't know if this is the scraps from Project Titan.
Right?
It must have been pretty
what,
awesome.
What the hell was Blizzard or some
I
bastards?
know, why would they cancel that?
Because Blizzard are bastards. When we did the show about all the games that are not coming out. This is clearly Tony Stark and Iron Man right here. So
And now he's having a seizure?
well, it's a woman, but yeah, that's definitely. So when we did that episode where all the games that you that were canceled that would have been played,
It was supposed to be an MMO, he says.
it was supposed to be an MMO, but like this looks amazing. Like what was the story? Everybody looks like they come from a whole bunch of different backgrounds.
Worlds?
Yeah. Like nothing looks the same. And that's just awesome.
I'm down with this one.
This one is another one that I can't wait to see in the esports. I think it's gonna get some crazy like plays. Like I watched the top 5 plays and stuff like that for Smite, and it gets ridiculous. Like
Everybody
the
seems
skills.
to have different gameplay mechanics.
What are you talking about?
Like Hanzo just parkoured.
Oh yeah,
It's much
Yeah.
like League, where
Yeah.
every character plays completely different.
and Blizzard, like they do good work when it comes to character design. Like all these characters, just like they feel like they're different. Well, I can't say they feel, but they look like they
he's dead.
feel like they're different. And there's gonna be more because they don't just stop at
He's a Kimbo revolver?
they don't just stop at whatever the number that they have now, 13 or something like that. They're gonna come out with DLC because they're gonna have to keep balancing the characters and making sure everybody is good and stuff like that. And I think they have like actual gameplay already online on YouTube of this type of stuff.
This looks like the damn Marvel game with Winston as the Hulk.
Winston as the Hulk.
The gorilla thing.
Oh,
it just like showed his hands.
Oh, you mean that
And
one
then
that
Hanzo
got
had
canceled?
the Captain America.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
It looked exactly the same. That's why I brought that up. Earlier.
Could be.
Ah, Gerald says, "Wow, Steven is falling asleep. Time to move on, Aaron. Let's talk about good games."
Wow. He was just talking about this game, wasn't he?
I was.
Yeah, there it
I
is.
think.
Well, we're going back
He
into it some
jumped the
more.
gun.
We're going back into some more stuff if we're all wrapped on this one. We did a whole show on this game. Go back into our archives and you can check it out.
Yep.
Now we're talking about Battleborn, which I kept calling Battle Cry the last time.
Battle Cry, Battleborn. It's all the same.
This is Gearbox's
5 battle
step into the MOBA. They describe it as not really a MOBA, as a hero shooter. But this is, what's his name, just saying crazy stuff to say crazy
Randy
stuff.
Pitchford?
Yeah, Pitchford. That's what I think. This one is kind of weird because if you look at, I guess, the evolution of these type of MOBAs, you got the third person, or not third person, but like the camera far back out for your League of Legends type of stuff, click and move. And then the next kind of, I guess, big one, Smite, pushes the camera in to now you're in the third person. This one is going straight up first person. And one of the complaints I've heard why people don't like Smite is because of the camera. Like I can't see somebody trying to gank me from behind and stuff like that. This is taking that to the next level. You're not going to see jack
No, it's
until
just-
you turn
Yeah.
around.
It's
Like,
just gonna hit you.
so I don't know how that's gonna
You're
hit
focused more with
those.
your team. You're working more with your
And
team.
yeah, like it's a
I don't
team
understand
play
how that's a bad
game.
thing.
Like I don't understand. And then I think it draws in the people that aren't into those point and click, MOBAs.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes you kind of discover them because
And then another thing, like, so I'm a. Is he just doing push-ups?
Yep. It's probably a taunt.
So if I'm a first person, I've been playing Call of Duty all my life, and everybody keeps telling me how amazing League of Legends is, Dota is, and stuff like that. I'm used to this controller, or I'm used to this mouse and keyboard with first person controls. That's what I do. This is the type of stuff that I think will bridge those gaps. I think that's what Smite did to those that were alienated by those I'm a third person. I play none of the third person type of games, but I hear everybody loves these League of Legends MOBAs. I think Smite bridged that type of gap. I think this type of game, put it in a first person MOBA scenario, will bridge that type of gap. It'll get those people, oh, I can play this type of game. I can play this game mode now because it's in a more suiting way that I'm used to,
Once they get used to this gaming
Maybe
style,
they
then
might-
maybe they branch
yeah.
off to,
Because I
League or-
will say that I significantly got better at League of Legends, even though I still don't like it, after playing Smite for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I knew when to engage, when to back out.
I still don't know.
I just couldn't do it as efficiently because I don't click and move faster than I do with a controller.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
Well, there's an iPad game.
Yeah,
that I play, and it's the same way. Like once I started playing that, then it was like, okay, I kind of understand the mechanics a little bit better because. So
Anything from the chat?
let's see.
Lunchbox says it's hot in here.
Wow.
It's hot in her.
This one also
Should I ban
has
Lunchbox?
little missions in between stuff as well, and I've seen that done in what's the name's game, Blizzard's Heroes of the
Blazinski's?
Storm. Let's get on to Fortnite, which we haven't heard about this in a fortnight. By Epic Games, combining crafting and shooting, Fortnite pits you and your teammates against a horde of monsters. Scavenge materials by day, build base and defenses, and weather siege at night. Sound familiar?
Dying Light.
I wasn't paying attention. I gotta be
Kind of
honest.
terrible. That's
Yeah.
that's
I was
terrible.
looking at
I
my
feel
phone.
like this is like part
I
of the
tried to
goal of Dying
unfollow
Light.
and follow us.
Minecraft, anybody? You
used
scavenge and you build
Minecraft,
stuff
yeah.
in the daytime, and then at night when freaking zombies come out, you,
Zambies! Damn it, Steven.
this one, I saw Blazinski tied this one. I don't know how close he's doing this anymore. Maybe he's actually just really working. But looks pretty decent. I like how all the games are kind of going to these cartoony art style.
You like that?
I like it.
I don't like it.
Only because
Ooh.
you know why? Because
pretty
I
good.
think I could be 100% wrong, but I think if everybody try to go super realistic, they couldn't put as much into the
It'd
game.
Probably take a little bit away from
Yeah, I think it takes away from the actual gameplay. They're like, oh, we can't develop because we had to try to make this Mona Lisa style looking game. So I think when they do the cartoony stuff, it's pretty easy. Let's give him little gimpy legs, like he skipped leg day for the rest of his life.
Wow.
And let's focus on the actual gameplay. This one's pretty cool. You go through different towns and stuff like that, finding.
Oh, so the location's gonna change.
Well, I think you're like just in like a giant city where you're just gonna break down stuff and then build your fort, so that way when the monsters come at night, you're able to protect that glowing thing that's in the middle, that little orb or whatever.
Can't see. Oh, that. Okay, I see.
Once that's destroyed, then you lose. You and your team lose. So I guess I don't think it's necessarily you dying, or it could be you getting wiped out as well. And I want to say the beta is actually out for this thing.
That's an interesting building mechanic. It's almost like The Sims, where you
Right.
have like the framework right there, and then you pick where you want it.
Yeah,
As opposed to Minecraft, where it's just
blocks and you
just
really
build.
Yeah,
the blueprint is in your head. You
they
do
probably
what you
wanted
want.
to make it a little more
So,
easier.
like you can only
Yeah,
make certain stuff. And
Yeah.
traps and
yeah. Once that thing's
I think
gone.
it wants to focus on the waves of monsters coming at you. And
more than the building.
Yeah, and here's the monsters that come
Which
at you.
I'm actually okay with it because it's kind of an interesting concept. Like you build
Yeah.
your fort however you want.
Melee
to
and
defend.
ranged weapons, of course. As you guys can see here, dude with a sword slicing up stuff.
Lightsabers.
In this type of thing, I probably would just go range like all day. Like I really don't see.
I'd be all up in your face.
I don't see me doing that. But I don't know, because I thought the same thing whenever I was playing MOBAs as well, or when I started playing League of Legends. Like I was going to be range.
That mechanic's different.
That mechanic's
compared to...
stupid in my opinion. I hate that clicking.
I know, yeah, it's stupid.
But yeah, looks good. Fortnite, everybody. Fortnite.
Fortnite.
What do you think about this one, Corey? You've been quiet on the game front there.
It's I have no changed opinions. We've talked about it before. It just looks very Gearboxy. It looks cartoony. It just gets lost in the fold for me. There's so many more things I'm excited about, like one of the battle games. What was it?
Battleborn.
Cry.
I think Battleborn.
One of them have to change their
names. It might have been Battletoads, yeah.
One of them, I think, needs to change their name. Battlecry or Battleborn.
Yeah, this one just falls to the middle of the pack. If it's free to play, I'll jump maybe on it.
I think it might be as well free to play.
It looks like it's gonna be just one of those where you just buy up front.
I hope not.
Someone said beets are disgusting in the chat, and to that I say fuck you.
Beets?
Yeah.
Like the vegetables?
Yeah, the vegetable.
Oh, I thought you meant like Beats by Dre.
No. Those are disgusting. Those are truly disgusting.
Gerald said, but they're healthy.
The fact that someone would spend that much money on those stupid damn headphones.
I've never eaten a beet.
If you own a pair of Beats and you're in this chat room, slap yourself in the face.
Wow.
And put it on YouTube.
Here's
the thoughts of...
I know, do not reflect...
in this game I don't care about. No, this game I do not care about.
The Witcher 3 is the next game up by CD Projekt. The most exciting RPG of the year has suffered a couple of delays, though. Nothing too serious, we hope. It's Geralt's final adventure. Is that the main character? I never played The Witcher.
It's Gerald's.
Is it Gerald?
I don't know.
It's his final adventure, Gruff protagonist series. It's the biggest ever, apparently. 35 times bigger than The Witcher 2. That's an odd number to be like, you know what? We're 17 times bigger than the last one.
Well, you know what? We're 35.
Exactly. That's weird. Fully open world, European folk lore. I don't know. I didn't get to play the first ones, so I don't know too much about The Witcher, but I know a lot of people are excited about this one. And it seems like with this one, with the open world and all the different stuff that it looks like you can do, it looks like it took 3 times for it to get it right, in my opinion. But I could be wrong.
You could. It's happened before.
Have people in the chat one played this one? That's a big nose on that guy. That's a big schnoz. That is a schnoz.
No, they're still talking about beats.
Oh my god. So I like the fact that they're keeping
it's a
the
beat
character.
Off. It's a beat off.
I like the fact that they're keeping the character kind of old and gruffy. You know, he doesn't
old
get.
Well, they don't
younger.
age.
Metal Gear Solid.
No, the Witcher.
Oh, Witchers don't age.
Characters don't age. Yeah.
Well, there we go. So you just
I think something like that. Gerald's probably can correct me.
Stuck in that old form. That's gotta suck. Whatever. You never played any of the Witchers either, Corey?
No, I wanted to. I remember back in the day when the first one came out and people at my work were always talking about it and they'd come up to me, but it was kind of before I was into PC and the first one was
Ladies
a PC exclusive. And it
Ladies
seemed like
the
they were more they're more into trying to collect these little naked pixie collectible cards than they were actual solid gameplay. So,
naked pixie collectible cards.
Yeah, there's something going on where you could bang pixies and you collect them by getting pictures or something.
Kind of like in Vegas when you collect the stripper.
Exactly.
But you can't bang them because they're just random models that they take and put on those cards.
You seem upset. Did you order one and get ripped off?
Yeah. And then when Bertha showed up at the door and I was like, this is not Vita Guerrero. What are you...
My name's Bartha.
Exactly.
You called?
He's sitting there with a cigarette in her mouth and a 3-year-old in her arms.
He's just gonna stand outside.
My name is Bartha.
Like, all right.
You got any candy or anything for my baby?
We're done.
The chat wants to know, what game are you excited for, Aaron?
Aaron Carter.
Why do you care about what Aaron cares
because
about?
Because clearly, I have a higher palette of taste for video games than the average Joe.
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm talking to you, David, too.
I saw that.
I'm excited for.
That's Jamie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm excited for
being a troll.
for EverQuest Next. Actually,
EverQuest. Next.
EverQuest Next.
Even that
Yeah.
they can their developers.
Even though that they can their developers and it's tough because it did throw like a little dagger at me, but
Stabbed it because you met him. It was a personal
yeah,
level.
because
like,
I met
Aaron,
him.
This is
I
what's
met
gonna
this guy.
happen.
Literally, I think that's probably 100% accurate because I shook this man's hand. I took pictures with this guy. You know, my arm was around his shoulder.
You need
We were-
closure. That's
we were-
the problem.
yeah.
You didn't even get to say goodbye.
I wonder, can we get him on the show?
I'm sure he has nothing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
do it. Reach out
yeah,
to
I'm going
him.
to reach out to him.
Now he's not getting on the show
I'm
after
definitely.
that.
And I wonder how open he would be to answering the questions about getting laid off.
First question: why keep the ponytail, man? Let it go.
He cut it.
Oh, is it gone?
No, yeah, he cut it before he left. Yeah.
That's why they
That's
fired
why
him.
they fired
That's why they fired him.
We're gonna
Wow.
have to talk to you
Like,
about
bro,
your hair.
ponytail's gone, man. That was part of your contract.
And the
That's-
magic of all the game left with it.
Wow.
why-
He's Samson, clearly. Yeah. So, man, that
horrible.
sucks, though. I'm going to see if we can get that guy on the show. You guys watch out for that one. Jortson. That's his name. Next game.
That's
Name
terrible,
is
Gerald.
Jodson.
Yeah.
Let's do some research too on this one because Steven
Buy that
said
for
they
$8.
may have canceled this one. It is Shadow Realms, BioWare's little free-to-play action RPG published by EA.
Hot as balls in it.
4v1 action
Yeah,
thing.
it's getting pretty warm.
Think kind of like Fable. What was it? Fable Legends? Was that what the
Legions?
new one?
Legions?
Fable
Thurman?
Legions?
Merman?
What is the new one that's out?
Legends, the one that's
Is
about
it?
to come out. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dungeon Master versus Dungeon Crawlers.
Crawlers versus Dungeons and Dungeons.
But
and
Steven
Dragons.
says that it.
Shadow
Realms is
Realms is
canceled.
canceled.
It is
Milty already told
canceled.
us. He said they canceled it for Mass Effect
Oh, so
4.
you'll take his word for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Or Wikipedia's because it just says Shadow Realms canceled.
Son of a
Bam.
bitches.
So sorry guys. I guess you can't get excited for Shadow
Is
Realms.
it because I'm a casual gamer?
Yep. That's why. See, he's a casual
Because I'm
gamer.
a casual gamer.
Next game up on the. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to being right here. I'm always on that side.
Mortal Kombat X is coming out, everybody. You know what you're getting with this one. Blood, guts,
Gore.
beaten up, scantily clad women who will stab you in the back and cut off your junk.
Sounds like Valentine's Day.
It sounds like Valentine's Day, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Colt KKK says.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, good, nice.
Yeah.
Is what is
It's Colt
morally
KK.
There's only 2 Ks.
Terrible.
Yeah, so he's not a racist.
Wait.
Forget it. He's not a racist.
Back off, everybody. Calm down.
Oh,
Read his
oh.
comment first, then we'll decide.
I had a few drinks, so is what is morally good commanded by God because it is morally good, or is it morally good because commanded by? All right.
Why did you even read that off like it was something that was pertinent to Mortal Kombat right now?
Colt KKK, everybody?
Wow.
Colt KKK.
Joe's like, what?
Don't forget to hit
Exactly.
subscribe. Don't forget.
Yeah, this one is a fighting game, and if you listen to the show before, I'm not like your biggest fighting game enthusiast. I will play them from time to time just to see, what it's all about. But it's not something
You should
that's
be
just
dead.
ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
And-
That should be the
Yeah.
fatality.
like
but
that
nope.
is a fatality. But then he gets up as if Obamacare took care of him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obama.
And then acid to the face.
Okay, that's a fatality.
Or he jizzed
Oh,
in his
he's
eyes.
the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
And that's probably where they got that fatality from. Literally,
Yeah.
they're like, we're just gonna steal from this. Oh my gosh, it's so brutal, and I love it. What did he? How do you get your hand like inside of him like that?
Super quick.
Super quick.
Whoosh.
That's terrible. And then he just stabbed a man, twisted it,
And he'll be fine.
and then he just gets up like, I just had a cold on Monday.
He's a sorcerer.
He has covered California.
Clearly, I need to get on their insurance.
He's-
Uh oh.
He's the god
Uh-oh.
of lightning.
Uh oh.
Oh, John Coffey.
Oh man.
Whoa.
He said like the drink.
Oh, nuts.
Only
Stuff.
spells.
Hadouken.
Damn.
I watched a little thing where they showed like the
Hashtag
history,
overkill.
Yeah.
history of Hadoukens. It was pretty cool.
Hadouken.
Is this Kano? I've never seen gameplay of Kano actually. Oh man! Oh my gosh!
Ah!
What is the purpose?
Oh.
What is the purpose, Kano?
Why?
Oh!
Ah.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it again.
Did she
'cause I
need
missed
that?
it. Corey's head's in the way.
This is like
Let's see.
bloody
Oh,
disgusting.
wow.
Oh, look, it's Kano. He's fighting. Oh my goodness.
And he just broke his.
Knife to the stomach and
And that's not his finish.
No.
Then it says finish him.
He's still got more.
broken neck.
Oh
Oh.
man!
Oh.
Oh,
He's like, no, okay, I got you.
I got you.
I thought he was gonna rape him.
Lies.
I didn't know what he was gonna do there.
Jesus.
Thought somebody was gonna lift that skirt up and be like, "Well, this is how we do in
Ripping
prison."
open the chest.
Oh, here we go. I have a question.
Breaking
Do you
up
guys
his
think
neck.
that there are any benefits to using a milled receiver AK like what Sentry does? Or do you think that their stamped receiver weapons like the WASR-10 are superior?
Are we talking about Call of Duty here?
I
What are we
don't know
talking
what
I
about?
have no
there?
idea.
Which one do you like?
That was from Andronom2142. Don't forget to hit that subscribe
Hit
button.
that follow button, Andrew.
Don't
Now
forget to
I'm-
like
We can answer that.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and we'll do our best to answer. Oh,
I think they're gonna go really brutal on the fatalities on this one.
Whoa!
And see how his body just goes limp? Like he's dead.
Yeah.
There's nothing left in you.
Just when you think that Mortal Kombat couldn't think of other ways to kill people, Mortal Kombat X gets released and it's
He
like,
said, "I'm talking about firearms, nerds."
"Oh, sorry, on a video game podcast
Yeah,
that
you're
we do,
on the
we don't know
wrong
about
website.
firearms. Excuse us."
Let's
Why
go-
do you keep reading these? Because
Just go with the
I'm not
Wasar
above
10.
feeding the trolls.
Wow.
I'm
Go
not above
go
feeding
go with the
trolls.
Wasar 10.
Good lord!
Good accuracy. Good hip fire.
I promise you,
any
Steven.
mother-
Oh,
Your mother loves it.
Oh man, in his
it's in
body.
his body. Oh my god!
Oh,
what?
then ripped through his
Oh,
stomach.
god damn!
And then just holds on to it.
Oh man, he should open his eyes and look up at him like, "Huh? Okay, I see. I'm dead." I'm dead.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah. His whole spinal column. And there's the ribs. There's the ribs.
Finish him.
Now finish him. Said throw you. Is he gonna drag him through it like the old school?
Yeah.
Get your face in it, punk. Said we're going American History X on him.
Oh, that's exactly what I thought of too.
That's terrible.
Good lord.
That's terrible. This is just like a montage of all the. Oh man, what did he turn? He get a spear. Oh, that was an ice spear or something. That's pretty cool though.
All right.
Push his
and
face
he
into
is
it. Push his
banned,
face into it.
everybody. He's banned.
What did he say now?
Yeah, just something racist.
don't worry about it.
Of course. But you like to feed the trolls there.
Yeah, well then you. I also like to feed that ban button too.
That may have been my fault. I antagonized him. I told him I like the noisy cricket myself.
Oh wow.
It doesn't matter.
Oh man, look at that. The
We'll
bee
be
girl.
Trolls. Don't let it hit you, because then you're just feeling it.
What is she going for now? Just a whole bunch of bees inside the body?
Bees. Bees.
That's not as brutal as the other
Sub-Zero
ones.
wasn't that bad.
And do bees really eat your face?
Yeah.
Come on.
Meat,
Yeah, they do.
Meat bees.
Meat bees?
Yep.
What are
The African killer bees.
African killer bees? They eat your face?
She
See
broke
what
that
you
guy's
feed
spine.
people? Yeah, bring them on.
What are we, anything in the chat? Apparently that's a little girl, too.
There is in the chat.
No,
bee?
on the back of that giant guy.
The back of the giant guy. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is this? Gonna
You
be?
get to kill her too.
That's what I was wondering, yeah.
Scoop.
Oh,
Why didn't we get excited for that?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Throw that part over there. Because they're clearly going to get together one day, so we got to make sure that they
They
don't.
rearranged.
Yeah.
The right goes on the left, and the left goes on the right.
Oh,
kneecaps.
And then the forehead. That's how you do it. And then you just let
Bubble
it.
gum
That's
to
gross.
plug the hole.
If it doesn't make like a bubble, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's awesome. This is violence. This is why we have the E ESRB.
This is.
Yeah. This.
We're gonna be reviewing this too. This is gonna be awesome.
Yes.
That's craziness. What is he gonna do? He's the one that takes the heart out, right?
That was Kano.
Well, I thought he does too.
Damn,
though.
she's blowing
What's
bubbles.
he doing? What are they saying in the chat?
Nothing. It was still on that racist guy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, everybody's like,
This guy. No, I don't think they understand.
Oh God.
Carrie
That's
Cage.
gross.
It's what's her name's?
can you see how many people are in the chat right now though?
11.
Really? Wow.
We cranked it up to 11.
Got it cranked up to 11.
Nice.
So why
I'm
not
trying to
just-
catch up to this guy. If you guys are in the chat, we gotta climb the ranks here because there's not much competition. But there's a dude like in Mexico with like pants on his head, and
Maybe you need to start whipping out the pants on your head.
Yeah, man.
I'll do it.
All right.
Oh,
This show just got definitely. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't even want to sit here anymore.
Face.
wow.
Man, it's getting hot in here.
It is getting balls hot.
Oh my
in here.
God! Look at his tongue still flailing around.
Say,
Holy shit!
Broken neck.
last one has no actual gameplay of it. It's
Fireballs.
StarCraft or Star Wars, whatever. StarCraft 2, Legacy of Kain.
StarCraft 2.
Are you reading it
I'm not
wrong
reading
on purpose?
Yeah, I'm reading it wrong on purpose,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, and that's
See my new Nerd Reactor shirt, Aaron? Did I show you?
I did see it when I came into the house.
Are you flashing your boobies
Yes,
to
he
the
is.
camera?
Trying to get more
Flashing the
views.
Flash.
That's how you get the more views. Oh, we actually lost one.
Have you kept up on the
Very
Flash?
I'm behind, like, one episode.
He dies at the end.
He
I
does
have to
die in
watch.
the end, yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's still called the Flash.
He
not-
goes back in time
Basically.
and touches himself, and then they fuse together like Time Cop.
Oh my gosh, we need a
Explode.
reboot of that. I'll tell you that.
Ah.
Zim Zam, the Nick Nasher, says, "Is there a spinal cord fatality in the new one like they've had in every other Mortal Kombat game ever?"
Yes.
There has to be. There's always like the standard heart grab one, and then there's usually the pull the spine out.
Most of the things that we just saw were the X-rays with the breaking of the spine.
Corey said, or Gerald said, nice shirt, Corey.
You can buy it on nerdreactor.com on their store. Actually, I don't know if that's true anymore because they're changing stores, but
What are they changing? Wow.
they're going to find a new person to print the shirts.
Actually, a lot of people that I've seen, though, to go back to the gaming stuff, I've seen a lot of people
'Cause
really
we were talking about too much about guns.
flocking towards that escapist video game, like on the Twitch stream, which is weird. I'm like, how popular is that one?
With
Yeah, word to the
Escapists.
wise. If you're a streamer, Dying Light, it's pretty much over.
Yep.
Like nobody's watching Dying Light streams right now.
What do you guys think about that? Like, it seems like a new game will come out, people get all excited for it, Twitch views will go up high, and then a week later, it's just done.
It's the circle of
Is that indicative of
life.
how good the game is?
No, it's because
No.
people are curious if they should buy the game.
I think
Yeah.
it's indicative of how maybe in how much depth there is to the game. Because really, once you've seen a Dying Light playthrough once, why are you going to watch it again?
The
that's
multiplayer
with,
stuff?
that's with any game though.
I mean, unless people are really entertaining and you really want to see them having a good time and joking around, you're not going to see anything new or too much. Like, I don't know.
What about like the, because I mean, Twitch seems to just keep the same League of Legends at the top,
Yeah.
then Dota or something like
Look what
that.
those games have in common, though, is that they're both games that are constantly on a changing cycle. That tactics are constantly changing, and the game is hyper
I
competitive.
think somebody's always playing them too,
What about
constantly.
I feel like Destiny, though, is still having lots of views on it.
all up in you says Twitch controls the game sales market.
Wow, get that tinfoil hat on.
Like,
Yeah, I think
well,
it's
I mean
true, though.
that
It is
comes
true.
close
I'm
to
just
kind of
kidding.
whatever. What I was talking about, like when somebody plays a game and you said they're just seeing if they want to
Yeah,
buy
they
it
wanna
or
buy
not,
it.
like that.
That's what I did, yeah.
It's like having demos, back when demos were a thing.
So this is more of just like a visual demo, just like
Yeah, it's just you're watching, you're like, all right, would I see myself playing this? Yes, no.
I think it's the same reason why people
Hell
look up
no.
I don't
gaming
know.
videos on YouTube.
I'm mulling that over in my mind. That statement. Twitch controls the game sales market.
hmm
Is it
But-
that, or is it the other way around, where the game sales market controls Twitch?
I think it's kind of.
I mean,
all
they
opinions.
can go in hand. I mean, if people are buying a lot of a particular game, I mean, Twitch is like the best commercial, like you guys said.
But see, look, games like League of Legends are
Mhm.
free. So, I mean, how would that work with that? It's one of the top games that are always on there.
Yeah.
I think because it's more of a competitive thing that like people are watching that. They like to see the strategies. They like to see the.
I mean, with the new games that come
It's-
out, I think it's people just like testing whether they should buy it, if it looks good, is it worth it? Because then most of the time you play a game, The Escapist, you just played that.
Uh-huh.
People were asking you, is this game fun? Is
Yeah.
this game worth it? Because they were trying to test the water to see if it's worth their money.
I'm just thinking back to those days when it was Friday. I was begging my parents to take me to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video to rent a video game.
Jesus, we're old.
And I had no idea. I had Game Pro magazines, so I knew a little bit about the games. But really, I'd be walking up and down that aisle for 30 minutes, just looking at the box covers and trying to make a decision on what game is good. Nowadays,
It's the worst.
you kids can just go to Twitch and watch the gameplays and see it on the highest level, learn all the codes. But back then, like, I was playing Fighting Force and like,
I wonder, like, have you been? Well, really old box art was very deceiving, of course, like Nintendo
Oh,
box
yeah.
art and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But I haven't been into like an actual video game store. Do people browse anymore in video like GameStops or
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
hard.
I do.
like do you really?
But you
Yeah,
know
I go in
everything
there.
pretty
like
much.
yeah, like
you
how
go
do
there
you
and
browse
learn anything?
in a game store anymore
I just go in there and just like,
with the internet out and everything like that?
what's used that they got?
Yeah, that's
What's,
how I would do it. That's why I would
Like,
how I would browse.
I went in and it's like certain games came out that I didn't even know, and I was like, oh shit, this game's out. Let me buy that. I didn't buy it.
All Opinion 1988 says a Minecraft hub world would be cool where you meet with other random people.
Yeah, I just saw that up in there. I would love to see something like that. Like if they had like a server that was just like this giant MMO server.
It's too much griefing.
Yeah.
Well, of course the Minecraft overlords would make rules and that type of thing, but
Overlord.
I mean that's exactly what they would be.
It's
but,
boring
Yeah.
only being able to play with friends.
There's a lot of servers out there to find where there's no griefing rules, or I would definitely investigate that. I found some really good hardcore servers that were
Just
awesome.
get the Pokemon mod.
All opinion. Are you talking about the console versions, or are you talking about the PC versions? Because you can play with random people on the PC versions.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
find a different
you
server.
just find your server. I think he may be talking about the console
360.
version.
Ooh, if you're playing on the Xbox or PlayStation, I'm sorry.
Then
See,
you're
I
having a
feel
ball
bad
of a
for
You're
you,
having
time.
a terrible
You're
time.
having a ball of a
It's an
time.
abomination. Oh,
Yeah,
on
see,
Xbox
One. All right, all up in ya. All
Poor guy,
right.
dude. Get
All
it on
up
the-
in ya.
Get it on the computer, man.
Go ahead
It
and
is a lot
follow,
better
brother.
on the computer. I have to
Let
say,
that
I
follow.
tried playing it like with a controller on the computer. It was weird.
It's
Well,
stupid.
it's
It's
so
ridiculous.
difficult.
That game was not
streamlined
meant to
on
be
the
on a
consoles
controller.
for the controller.
It's stupid.
It makes it. They designed it for the consoles. You know, that's what they did.
Yeah.
On the computer, it's a different monster. It was made for that monster.
Yeah,
mouse
I
and
don't.
keyboard
I
thing,
don't
yeah.
like not knowing how to make a damn pickaxe.
That's the fun.
Like having to know.
That's
No,
the
that's
fun.
it's fucking retarded.
No, it's not fucking retarded.
It's
That's
fucking
how you go
retarded.
through and learn how to do it. It was that game had so much fun and exploration in its early days.
In the exploration, yes, but
not-
I want to hurry up and get to that part. I don't want to have to.
I think we're
learn
past
how
that
to
now.
make
Yeah, I think.
I was
think
going
pickaxe.
through where we weren't even in our group. We were not even looking up how the crafting recipes were. We were just solely figuring things out on.
But
our
I
own.
think that's past. That whole thing is past. I think Minecraft is big enough now that they want to invite new players in. Like that was the appeal in the beginning.
yeah. So they made Minecraft
Now-
Lite on the Xbox.
So
and you guys
now
love
we're
it.
into the next phase. That's the smarter thing. What is Zimzam talking about? He said he's new to the stream. What do we think about the Counter-Strike game and the new direction that it's going? What new direction are they going? I haven't played
They're
Counter-Strike.
going one direction.
That's terrible.
I just I just watched the some streaming of CS:GO because we got some good friends that
Mhm.
stream it, and but I don't play it personally. They've offered to teach.
I know. I've had people offer to teach me to play that game too now. Pinoy Boy.
Yeah, he wanted me to play it too. And
He's
I played
good.
it once. He's really good at that game, but it seems like a toxic.
To
group
me,
of
it seems
people.
it seems like the level of play now is kind of uninviting
It's-
for new people.
It's very uninviting.
Like I can remember playing Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare for the first time, getting online and like just running out, boom, down, boom,
Yeah.
down. But I had the patience to where I can sit, and then I eventually got good at the game.
Right.
I don't think I got that for this game, and like for Counter Strike.
It's weird. It's weird shooting with Counter Strike too, because it's like they do this thing where they strafe and shoot. It's not like they're stationary, but then they would like. It's kind of hard to explain. Like so when they're moving left and right, they'll like as soon as they press right on the keypad or the keyboard, they hit left, so they stop right away. So it's kind of like they're doing like instead of like follow through, it's like they stop and then they're able to get. It's
that's
weird
like pro
control.
gamer stuff.
Yeah, it's like pro gamer tips and it's fucking complicated. And
I
then
don't know.
if you use
It's
it,
fun to watch, but it's
if you have a lot of
frustrating for me
money,
to play.
people get upset.
I get frustrated in those game types where you only have one life per round.
Strafe.
Anyways,
There you go.
Like we would do it in Call of Duty. When what was that game type?
Which one?
One where you only get one life and you have to arm the
hardcore
bomb.
or
Hardcore. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I get frustrated in that because I just can't stand staring at a loading screen.
And that's the Counter-Strike.
That's it,
Big
yeah.
one, right? That's the one that a lot of
So-
people play on that one.
Yeah, my time, I don't know.
The Counter Strike matches are so long.
Yeah,
too.
and they're fucking long. They're like 30 rounds.
incredible.
Zimzam says, I think it's very inviting to new people, especially competitive mode. Most people are helpful, and when you're first starting in competitive mode, you get matched up with other new people.
That's cool.
That's
That's
always good.
true,
yeah.
but in my experience, like what I've noticed is like you get a lot of people that make the side accounts just to troll people.
And it's the same thing with like League of
Smurf.
Legends.
And it's
Smurf
like,
accounts. Yeah, they get Smurf accounts
horrible.
because
Like,
you can take away like I guess whatever upgrades that the person would have from a leveled character on League of Legends, but you can't take away their skill. So I mean, they're gonna go out
it's-
there. And,
I mean, I'm not saying the game is bad. The game is good, and it probably could be fun if you have a good group of people to play with. But it's just in my experience, a lot of the people were just toxic. The teammates.
and Demolition
it's so hard
is
too.
the one.
And in
Hollow Monkey says.
what we do for the podcast and as journalists and stuff, we don't really have the time to master one game. And those games out there right now, like League and CS:GO, it's like you really have to become a master at those games to have a really.
You got to
good
put that time. Yeah, you got to put
And
that time in there.
When we're doing video game reviews and trying to watch out for this and play this game for a few minutes here and there, it becomes very difficult for us to really master a game like that. So it's kind of why those highly competitive games aren't our specialty. But there's people in our crew that do all that.
Colt TKK. That's what I'm calling him, not Colt KK. Speaking of smurfing, trolling, and toxic groups of people, do you think that regulation of online communities needs to be relaxed from the current state of MMO games? Need to be let some free reign out of their communities. What I'm thinking he means.
Clarify that one a little bit.
I'm thinking, and he's probably going to have to clarify for me as well, to lighten up on looking for trolls and stuff like that. Maybe it's
Just let the
too
trolls.
well. No, maybe it is too strict.
Hey, you see,
I
do you
rules
think,
right now?
do you think the regulation of online communities needs to be relaxed from its current state, or MMO games need to let some free reign out of their communities?
Like, be more relaxed with their rules. I'm guessing. I think it needs to go even harder.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Okay, so when we just interviewed Anthony Birch, and he said that they actually have like filters and stuff like that for certain forums or chats or something.
He was
like
talking
that.
about a
Was it-
specific Twitch application that he uses that manages his Twitch forum. I'm not his Twitch, sorry, his Twitter.
TweetDeck.
Yeah, TweetDeck.
Yeah.
Like you can put that in that type of system in probably anything. They probably you can code that into something. To like look
okay.
out for certain stuff. What is he saying now?
He said be strict or relax the rule set.
Yeah.
and
See,
then-
like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And Zimzam is saying that he thinks what he means is communities should stop caring so much about trolls and just implementing new ways to ignore them.
Yeah, and I think that's
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look. I mean, it will definitely make trolls more creative.
It'd be more inviting for new players.
But it would definitely be
Yeah.
inviting for new players to come in and wouldn't have to see all that, crazy crap and stuff like that.
I think trolls are going to be there no
But
matter
trolls
what.
are,
I mean,
they're going to be there no matter what.
you block
definitely.
one way of doing it, they're going to find
Literally
another
just
way.
had a damn dude come in here and start spitting out racism.
And
Yeah.
So yeah, it's,
You can, and I don't think being too strict will push anybody away. Because it's
No.
just like, what do you, they have
Yeah.
in League, not League, excuse me, in Hearthstone, you have what, 8 phrases you can say and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There's no more strict than, that if you don't want to talk to that person.
I think if anything, it would bring more people to it if it's strict.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to worry about that crap, like dealing with it. Especially new players, if they want to learn a game, they don't have to worry about getting trolled and stuff like that.
Thank you, Hollow Monkey, by the way.
He said his
I agree
favorite
with
interview.
you. A lot of people have been giving us some good compliments on that interview, but what's awkward or what's weird about it is that the Ashley Birch was infinitely more popular.
Well,
Like,
it's Ashley
he-
Birch, though. That's why.
I think, but this one definitely. I mean, if there's one episode that I wish, like, I could set up as a marquee that just people would listen to, I love that episode. I think
Yeah, it
this
was a
last
good
one
episode.
was great.
mine's
Colt
the Christmas
says.
special.
Colt says he would argue that being too strict is entirely against the interest of the larger community. He says he enjoys it when he can speak freely in chat and play his way, etc. It could just be him, though. He's basically saying it's his opinion. But the other thing is, it's like it's cool when you're doing it with your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like
Do
that.
that with your friends.
But like
Yeah.
when you're like really kind of trolling a random person that doesn't know you and doesn't know you, kind of your sense of humor and your personality and stuff like that.
Yeah, things
you
can
could
get
totally be.
misconstrued.
Yeah, you can totally be joking and stuff like that. Like I kind of don't like too much unless it's just information texting a conversation with somebody. So like I'm texting a girl and she doesn't kind of get my joke. That's why I kind of just love emojis, first of all, because they
clarify.
They clarify a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. And so it's kind of like that. You could be joking 100%. You could just be like, oh, just playing around, dude, grow a pair. But, Joe Schmo on the other side is just like, my feelings are hurt. And that's just how he is.
I'm 6. I don't know.
I'm 6. Yeah, I don't know what you're calling me
Yeah,
a
my-
D-bag.
A
and
pair-
stuff like
My
pair
that.
of
6-year-old
what?
nephew plays Battlefield
Yeah,
on
so
PS4.
like, yeah.
He's actually good.
So is internet oversensitivity a thing in y'all's opinion? Here's the thing, and Colt, this is a very good topic. I like it. I could probably make some guesses about how you are on the internet, which is, it doesn't seem like you're a bad guy at all. But the rule of thumb is about, for me, treating people online the exact same way I treat them face to face.
Yeah.
But
that's
he
good.
could
Yeah.
be the same type of people that like does that face to face though.
Then that's
So
that's the rule.
the thing, okay, so
I
then
doubt
he's
it.
gonna,
First of all,
he's
I
gonna,
highly doubt it. First of all,
So-
like the guy who walked in here and was being racist. If he walked up to you to your face, there's no way he'd say that.
yeah. But
He's a
then what
bitch.
about
He'd be scared.
What about we just saw that video with the giant black dude that was talking all that head in the Street Fighter game
Oh,
against
yeah.
the other guy?
Yeah.
So that's one of those type of people. He would probably do the same thing online that he does in real life. So there are those people out there, definitely. And most likely,
You
the
can,
people
like-
that are trolling and are just doing it online, that aren't doing it in real life, they just probably want to be like that type of person, that type of, I guess, confidence, if you want to call that.
Those are
Quote,
your
unquote,
geeks.
yeah.
Your
So
freaking-
yeah, the keyboard warriors or whatever. So there's still those people out there. It's gonna be that way regardless. But it's just like on the flip side, there's those people that that take that to heart and everything like that.
Then
And
they
it's-
probably shouldn't be playing online going into. I mean,
So
not
you
to be
just-
harsh.
But
it's
you
just kind of
can't,
like
you can't take
know,
that away from
Yeah, you
somebody.
can't
No,
take that
I'm
away
not
from
saying take
somebody.
it away from them. I'm just saying go into it knowing that there are people out there, that are going to say crap.
I mean,
And-
it's definitely one of those things that they need more options to filter.
Yeah.
But how do you filter something like that? You can't.
filter. You can't come up with a filter for
You
everything.
can't,
You
yeah,
can't
it's-
say
it's-
yeah.
I mean, it would be nice. It's the same thing with like Twitter. You can't filter certain phrases and
You
things
can you
that
can
people say all the time.
You can, I mean, they would have to be, like I said, really,
Yeah.
You
really
get creative,
creative.
yeah.
Or you can have it to where you can split. You can have the Wild West on one side for servers. Like, oh, I don't care. Like with Xbox, when they kind of ask you, what type of gamer are you? Are you this hardcore underground? Or are you the casual or whatever, right? And then whenever they split it up, like if you wanted to really just like get in depth, which they probably will never do something like this because it would probably take too much, time and resources. But you can have 2 different type of servers. Like I just want to go and play and not worry about trolls. And that's where you have this thing which has a whole bunch of blocks and bans for phrases and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then they actually have somebody actively in these chats looking for trolls and stuff like so they can ban them instantly. And then you can have the Wild West where I don't give a damn what the hell I say. I can troll people. I can talk crap. I can do whatever I want. There's no banned phrases. There's this is
Yeah.
the Wild West.
You can get trolls trolling
Yeah.
on trolls, trolling on
4chan.
trolls.
And it's just split, just kind of like they did with Grand Theft Auto. They put you in the dunce room with all the other people that were, and I was there. And when I was in that dunce room for that little bit of time, it's nothing but dicks in there. Nothing
Yeah.
but dicks in there.
We got a couple things in chat. Zimzam is saying, I would argue as someone that used to take enjoyment out of getting reactions out of people trolling, that implementing ways of just proactively or passively ignoring trolls would be way more effective than something that people actively have to do in order to stop a guy from trolling.
So he's saying like if there was something for me as opposed to me
Just
doing
like-
So
something
it's
myself.
automatically there. No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
saying, so it's like, this phrase is banned. So you don't have to worry about saying, oh, he said this to me, I'm going to have to go in and ban him.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that
something
happening.
for
Yeah,
me as opposed to
exactly.
me doing it. Yeah.
And
Okay.
then Milty said, just like when you walk around on the street, the internet is the internet and gaming community is full of different cultures. It isn't oversensitive. It's just a different style than from one person to another.
Yeah. Gerald, I agree with Corey. You have to treat someone online the way you would treat them in real life. True, but like I said,
not in a perfect world.
yeah, that's the golden
yeah,
rule, as they say. Treat others like you want to be treated.
Yeah.
But there are some people that I don't care. I
It's
want
a
to be
zombie
treated like.
apocalypse, and
Yeah,
Like,
And then
Yeah.
you
It
deal,
doesn't-
and then
yeah.
you
On
deal
the
with those
internet.
people. But for the bulk majority of everybody, that's just the rule. You can still be playful and make jokes, and if people are offended, they'll tell you or they will mute you or whatever. But just don't run around throwing bombs around.
And again, that's in a perfect world, which the internet is
Not
far
far.
from.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't think you can apply a rule to that 90% of porn place and expect that to just kind of be. It's definitely 100% right. Yeah, you should, but I don't think it will ever work because it's too easy. You see it, I see it, and I see it on like base levels with stuff. If there's a video game where they're like, here's an evil side and a good side, you have so many people going on that evil side just because you can. Like, it's an option. I can't do this in real life. I can't go out and just massively murder a whole
Murder
bunch of people
people.
and be the bad guy and be the super villain. I can in this world because you're allowing me to. So, if it's out there, I'm going to do it. And the internet is as free as, and you want it to be that way. And 100%, because if they start
that's true. If they
restricting
start
crap on the
restricting stuff,
internet,
and
you're going to have
That's true.
one CBS website and they're going to just play one show all day,
That's
and that's
horrible.
it.